What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports, where tonight we'll be doing a live play-by-play and reaction, scoreboard, and other stuff as the San Antonio Spurs take on the Milwaukee Bucks. Victor Wembanyama will not be playing tonight as he's tired. All right, that's enough of that. Thank you, Coyote, for doing the introduction. Everyone, it's TSR Sports time. We're doing live play-by-play reaction, scoreboard, game clock. You know it. Spurs, Bucks fans, welcome. Should be, oh boy. I mean, honestly, I don't have a good feeling about tonight. Of course, I'll be here. You'll be here, and we'll see what the Spurs do. I have no idea what the Spurs starting lineup is going to be with Victor Wembanyama out. Well, actually, maybe I do have an idea. Maybe Zach Collins will be stepping in. Sore ankle. Hopefully this is nothing serious with Wemby, and he's back sooner than later. Good evening, William, Spur of the Moment, Zach, Reyes, Glazing Bacon, Jack, Squirty, Benjamin. I was really looking forward to Wemby versus Giannis at some point tonight, and well, that's not going to happen. The Spurs need a win, and Pop needs to change to the current Spurs. You mean adjust for his team? I would agree with that. Kayla 5, indeed, I agree. Let's go. Will lost without Victor unless Sohan, by the way, has been terrible lately. Since the Sohan point guard experiment's been over, I saw a stat line on Facebook, and he's been really struggling, so I hope he can turn around. Beginning Brian, Kalo, Daniel, Anthony, Boombastic, Dippin, Archie. Wemby's out tonight, Archie. Got a sore ankle. Didn't know he was dealing with any type of injury. I think it was actually announced maybe last night that he was going to be out for tonight, and it's kind of a bummer because we only play the Bucks twice this year, and I'm sure Bucks fans would like to see Wemby versus Giannis. Spurs fans certainly want to see that as well, and we're not going to see it. We're not going to see it tonight. 50-pointer by Giannis. I mean, he did drop 64 a few nights ago, didn't he? Let's hope Devin scorches the net like he did. We are going to need a lot of guys to step up big tonight and play a full 48 minutes, not the 24 we've been playing for most of the games. Wemby out as precaution. All right, Zach. We got robbed out of Wemby versus... Yes, we did, for the moment. You know, Anthony, I was hoping after that win that the Spurs would play kind of close to 500 basketball the rest of the way. It was really disappointing to see them finally win a game after an 18-game losing streak against the Lakers Friday night, and this come out and put up a total dud against the Pelicans. Now, that being said, the Pelicans were on fire and just nailing all their threes. That being said, you were hoping for at least a bit more of a competitive game. I hope Keldon has a big game, Boombastic. We're starting to see a few more rumors about him possibly getting traded. I still don't think it happens. If it does happen, I will make a very sad video, and I'll make a very sad video. I guess that's it. Gabriel, good evening to you. A 50-point loss, Joshua. 50-point loss. Gosh, I hope not. Finished 34 and 48. We're a long ways away. We're closer to that 48 losses than we are that 34 wins. We are, what, 4 and 21 right now, so Spurs would have to go 30 and 27. I love the San Antonio Spurs. I like to be optimistic, but that would be playing above 500 ball. When all the issues on this team right now, that's a big ask. We'd have to have a lot of guys all of a sudden step up and just start playing their minds out, and maybe even start a point guard of some sort. The Jeremy Sohan experiment, you can't really get mad at Jeremy for it. Granted, he didn't play his best basketball, and he's really not playing his best basketball at all this year, but he was so out of position. It's on the team. And I'm not pointing at Pop. I'm just saying on the team, the entire coaching staff said, let's go with it. Everybody apparently agreed. I mean, Pop probably has the final say-so, but everybody was on board. Probably not Jeremy, and it just did not work. And then going back to power forward, I feel like he's trying to find his role now on the offense. He was playing one role, now he's got to play a new role, and I think his rhythm is just totally off this year, and it really disrupted his game, disrupted his growth. The season's a long season. It's 82 games. We are only about fourth of the way through. So 25. Okay, maybe between the third and a fourth. Hopefully he can turn it around because we need production out of him. He can't go out there putting up 3-4 points a night. No. If anything, we need consistency from our guys. We have too many guys that are good one game and then bad the next and good and then average all over the place. Well, hello, Rhonda. Good evening to you. Hello, Jared. Good evening. What do you feel about the Spurs potentially picking up Lofton Jr.? We have a full roster, so we would have to cut somebody. We just signed David Duke Jr., who will probably never play a minute with the San Antonio Spurs, but watch Pop surprise me and start him tonight, just out of spite. I don't know. I'm doing good. Good evening, Cowboy X Factor. Cowboy X Factor, I know you. I love you. Just your undying support for Ron Jambo and Ricky Lombardo. But that was a different time and era when they were doing their thing on the channel, and I want to, I could see me bringing them back on the channel a little bit here and there, but it's got to be done in a way that's not going to push viewers away because they are a little, they're, I don't want to say controversial, but I guess. The ghost of Bill Cooper. Barlow has been killing it in the G League. He did great in the Summer League, great in the preseason, and he's just not getting any playing time whatsoever. I have no idea what the Spurs' plans are for him. Yeah, I didn't even know the Eagles lost until this morning. No idea. And I was like, well, look at there. The NFC East is still wide open, and, props to you guys for not just, on that. There was a lot of comments on it. The few Cowboys fans that watched the video I did the other day about the Giants losing and the Cowboys needing the Giants to win, most of y'all were like, you know what? The Cowboys got it done themselves. We can't rely on the Giants. We need to, it's up to us. And I was like, that's the way you should look at it as a fan. You don't want to rely on other teams getting you in the playoffs. You want to do it on your own, no matter what sport you're in. Football, basketball, doesn't matter. Box out. Well, that's something we have sucked at all year, Joshua. My Birds. Oh, Devin, you're Eagles fan. I didn't see it. So they blew that game? I totally forgot they were playing last night. No idea. It would have to be Giants. See, the thing is, for those of you who've been here long enough, Ron Jambo is definitely he's a prick. But he did a lot of hot takes on stuff that was a bit more controversial, stuff that I'm not sure I want to cover on the channel. And Ricky Lombardo just sweared a lot, so he doesn't really fit here either. We'll figure something out. I'll say that the Cowboys haven't lost back-to-back games this season. Eagles and the Eagles. Wait, have the Eagles lost 3 in a row? Roy Garza, good evening to you. The Celtic trade rumors are heating up. Are they, Phil? I don't like it. Not a fan. Just saying. Laura Latin, thank you for stopping in. They give up 92-yard to Drew Lock, and Hurts went deep inside instead of taking check down to Tylee. Oh, so they did blow it. Hey, Rich, you think Malachi really made that burner account to get back at Spurs fans? I don't know what you're talking about, James. Is there like a fake Malachi Branham tweet X account where he's roasting Spurs fans? I tend to not cover that stuff too much on this channel, or really at all for that matter. Ryan, I hope the Spurs do make you feel better. I haven't followed the NFL for a couple years. Who was there for the Giants? Running back, wide receiver? Who's there in the draft, or who do we need? The Giants are a mess. Caleb, they're a disaster. Not really the Eagles lost their own, but you know what? The San Francisco 49ers won 5 in a row and then lost 3 in a row, and then they think they won 5 in a row. I have no idea if they played this weekend, if they won or not. I think with the Giants being knocked out of the playoffs, I'm out of it for football a little bit again. They are playing hot potato with NFC East. Yes, they are. Philly lost to San Fran, Dallas, and now Seattle. Anthony Bustamante, good evening to you. By the way, you guys know the deal. If you're coming on in, we'd appreciate if you get the thumbs up. It's fast, free, fun, nutritious, and delicious. It does help the channel, and it looks like this. Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go! And if you aren't subscribed, make sure while you're liking, you also hit the subscribe button, because we'd love to have you join our sports community, especially if you're a San Antonio Spurs fan. All fans of all teams are welcome. Even Lakers and Red Sox. You guys know the teams I tend to troll the most on the channel. But everybody's welcome. If the Giants beat the Eagles, the Cowboys can clinch the division. Say what? Generally bet Spurs will win by 7 tonight. With no Wendy, Roy? That's you got some cojones. Rich, apparently Yamamoto to the Yankees seems to be that might happen. He did not visit Boston on his trip to Lyon. Okay. I would agree on the Niners. Crypto, Tatted, Zach, good evening. Bucks fan in the house. Good luck to you, my friend. We don't have any Wemby tonight, so no Wemby versus Giannis. But I hope we have a good game. Whether my team wins or loses, and right now I've been doing a lot more losing than winning. Hope we have a good game. I hate blowouts. I went to my first college basketball game ever last night, UConn versus Butler, and it was a blowout. So that kind of took it away from me for a little bit. I enjoyed, the company I was with, enjoyed the environment. I liked the way the fans were cheering for UConn and spelling the name out, and there was just a lot of energy, and it was, the girls were shooting fantastic for UConn. But, the blowouts always just, I was hoping the other team was a little more competitive. Well, Jorge, you will be a little disappointed tonight because no Wemby missing his second game of the year. Keldon and Sony for Pascal Siakam. I don't see that happening. So 49ers started out 5-0, lost 3-0, and so they're 6-0 now since then. That's right, it's Giants and Eagles on Christmas. Red Sox are deserving of getting trolled, and I'm a Sox fan. Oh. Derek Williams, I don't know how aggressive they're going to be with the trades coming up. I do worry that the losing, and you constantly see these memes being put up of Wemby's teammates missing him when he's wide open. I worry that's going to affect him and his mentality with the franchise. I don't know. Middleton, Giannis, Lopez, Beasley, and Lillard are the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Bucks. For the Spurs, I don't think I've seen it yet. The players are on the court, and away. Oh, right there. We go. Collins, Soin, Johnson, Vassell, and Branham. As expected, with Wemby out, Zach Collins getting the start. And the Spurs will win the jump ball, so we've won something at least. Oh, no, James, don't say that. Don't say that. There. Try being a Pistons fan. Or I'm sorry, I thought the Spurs won that. They didn't. The Bucks did. Wow, I'm confused. Brook Lopez with a jumper, no good. Collins now the ball for the Spurs. Drives in the paint. Pull-up J is going to be good for Zach. I got confused. Or maybe we did get the ball and turned it over. I don't know. Or maybe our white poop brown uniforms are totally throwing me off, and I got so confused I can't even talk. Chris Middleton with a long two, no good. An offensive rebound for the Bucks. Giannis going to drive, throw it up off the glass, and that's two for Mr. Antetokounmpo. Giannis looking to drop 60 on our Spurs tonight. That could happen. Really could. Bucks are 14-3 in their last 17 games. This is going to be a very difficult game for the San Antonio Spurs. Branham runner in the paint is no good. Collins can't hold on to the offensive board, and it is going to be Bucks ball. Giannis will bring it up, whips it out, and we're going to have an open three. Swish. Guess who? Damian Lillard for three. And that is going to be a connection that I said would be lethal this year. Giannis on the inside, Dame on the outside. You can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him. And Zach Collins, what a turnover, throws it right in the hands of Giannis. Giannis is sprinting up the court into the paint with the layup. Oh boy, 7 points already for the Bucks. Good evening, Jorge. Yes, the Pistons have not won a game since October. They went 0 for November. Devin Vassell with the ball at the free throw line, bounce pass to Collins. Headband power activated, turnaround J, no good. Not enough headband power, apparently. Wait, can you guys not hear me? No sound. Jared, I think it's you. You might hit refresh. Oh, you can't hear me. Or you're trolling. No miss TSR tonight, Oathame. That's a miss for the Spurs. You hear me? I was going to say, like, oh, goodness. Howard Brown, good evening. If I haven't said hi already. If I haven't said hi to anybody, hello to you all. Lopez with the ball. Of course, the Bucks have two Lopez's. An alley-oop, and that's a slam dunk for Brook Lopez. This is a rough start for our Spurs already. Brook Lopez averaging 3 blocks per game. Right now in a battle with Victor Wembanyama to lead the league in blocks. Kellen Johnson's going to drive in the paint. Speaking of blocks, gets blocked by Lopez, but we're going to have a foul, and Kellen going to the line for 2. Lopez doesn't like the call. Well, too bad. Giannis going to go for 70 tonight. Come on now. Never mind, it's you. All right, Jared. Amityville, good evening. The Amityville Horror, perhaps, named after that. ESPN saying Pop needs to be fired yesterday. Keldon with the scream foul. Good. Yes. Yes, Joshua. Mr. Savage, Wemby has a sore ankle. Keldon's free throw is going to bounce around a few times and finally roll off the rim. Keldon makes a second one. That one bounced around quite a few times and finally went in. All right. Coyotes can sit there and watch the game with me. Wemby just ended the Spurs franchise. What? Cecil, I hope not. Do I have any other interest besides comics? Let's see. Activities. Comic books. Magic the Gathering. Cycling. Playing basketball. Devin Vassell pull-up jumper in the paint is going to be a little short. I picked up hiking this year. So a lot of outdoor activities, obviously. Running. Miss for the Bucks. Spurs ball. Zach Collins. Going to drop it off to Malachi Branham. Branham's going to take off into the paint. and run right back out of the paint. And on the shot clock for the Spurs, back to Jeremy Sohan. Jeremy Sohan pull-up jumper. It was as ugly as my ability to speak right there. Yay. Dame pull-up jumper, good. And Pop's going to call a timeout. Jorge, there's always a chance, but yes. Oh, thanks, Jared. By the way, that is not a cool troll. With all due respect, telling a content creator when they're live they have no sound, not cool. That's not. I get your trolling, but that's not appreciated. If that's what the. I'm just kidding with swords. Oh, Wemby just signed the Spurs franchise. Okay. I'm getting confused. That is not a bear. That is a coyote. It has his name on his jersey. He's got a little tail there. That's a Spurs mascot. A bear. Come on, man. I hope this is the last year of mediocrity. This is yes. Okay, and I do play Magic the Gathering. I play Commander, Paper Magic. I only get to play once or twice a month because the group I used to play with on Spell Table, which is Wizards of the Coast online service for playing games, just everybody's been busy or yeah. Other hobbies, hanging out with friends, since you guys asked, or somebody asked. I don't know if I should say this, but it's a hobby. Sex. Throwing it out there. I'm Nab. Good evening. It could be worse. We could be the Pistons. Edgar, that is fair. We could be the Pistons or their fan base. The Pistons have been a disaster for years now, and they keep getting great high draft picks, and I feel like they're drafting, for the most part, good players, right? And it's just not coming together. Hanging out with Coyote is an activity. This is a boring game. Spurs are too soft. It's early, Anthony, but I am worried about, this is a game that I worried about when I saw Wemby was out. I was like, I'm not a big fan of this week's schedule, as in our ability to win a game. I do think we can beat the Bulls. The Mavericks are going to be extremely tough. But with Wemby out, I thought somebody's going to have a career night for the Spurs to win. The energy is low. Gabriel, favorite comic book is The Incredible Hulk. Favorite writer is probably Peter David, piggybacking off the Hulk. And favorite comic book run. Like favorite storyline. Gosh, that's tough. I'd really have to think about that. I'm reading The Walking Dead right now and enjoying that. Finally reading The Walking Dead. I'm just got to the part where Michonne lets the governor have it. And boy, that was a rough read. That was graphic. Way more graphic than the TV show, I'll say that. Think about a long story arc that I really enjoyed. Zach Collins for 3, and that is no good. Stone got the offensive board, gets it back out to Collins. Collins going to drive in the paint and throws it out to Devin, and Devin just saves the ball, and that's a turnover for the Spurs. Dame down the other way, layup, good. That's not on Devin. That was a terrible pass, and Devin stopped it from going out of bounds, but ended up being a turnover. Damian Lillard just scored his 20,000th career point, so props to him. Brandon pull-up jumper, no good. 13-3 after 4 minutes. We're already down double digits, Spurs fans. Bucks fans, your team's looking good, and we're looking like us. I like Wemby's colorful beanie, too. Most interesting about tonight's game is Wemby's orange beanie. Having 3 teams with almost 20 losing streaks is something I don't remember. Actually, the Spurs and the Pistons, it was the first time in history in the NBA 2 teams had at least 17-game losing streaks. The Spurs did get theirs up to 18. Finally won a game. The Pistons are nowhere close to getting a win, it sounds like. What, they've lost 23 in a row? Collins going to take another 3. No good, because Zach Collins launching threes is the key to victory tonight. Happy birthday to Cowboy X Factor? Well, happy birthday, my friend. That's a runner by Malik Beasley off the glass, 15-3. Yes, David, Victor's out. I agree, spur of the moment. Can somebody, P-Mart, put the ball in the hoop? Pull up by Devon's no good. Zach Collins with the offensive rebound. Put back, no good. Oh my God! Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover for the Bucks. We can't put the ball in the hoop. Bill just said, Bill and Sean said the Spurs better give Dame that game ball. Collins is not better than Steph at the 3. And William, yes, he does. Anthony, I was buying into the hype that we'd be better this year, but not this bad. That's another miss for the Spurs. Middleton pulls up for 3. Oh, my God. This is... Marauders, good evening. Vassell for 3. Nope. Going to go out of bounds. This is awful. Brandon going to tweet at I don't know. What's the brand? Malachi Brandon stuff? ACN PCC, good evening. No, we are actually worse than last year, it feels like. You did say 50, Joshua. Beavis, good evening. Good evening, Toey. Rich, I really expect you doing this game. This is an honest blow, and you're covering. Well, I'm as... Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say anymore. We have a whistle, and that's on the Spurs off the ball. I got nothing. We still have 3 points. Please, good evening, Lama, excuse me. Please, be cool. Chill out. Big Sean, there's a lot of problems with this team. All right, that's a miss for the Bucks. It is Spurs ball. Can we get point number 5 or 6? Kelvin Johnson with the ball on 3-point land. Halfway through the first quarter, we have 3, and that's a turnover by Kelvin. Bucks on the run. Pull up 3. Bobby Portis for 3. We are down 21-3 in the first quarter. Trey Jones in the paint. Runner. Hey, we scored! We scored! 21-5. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Lopez is open for 3. He's going to take the 3. No good. That's Brooke Lopez, by the way. But the putback is good by Bobby Portis. I did not see that. Oh, no, yeah, I did see that, Kyle. I did. Good evening to you, by the way. Good evening to everybody coming in to see the Spurs, or hear the Spurs get annihilated. That's another turnover for the Spurs. Wide open 3. That's an air ball by Portis. Devin selling the fast break down the other end. Hey, there's some positivity.
Underdog of justice.
7 points, baby. 7 points. Kind of don't want to watch this. And Brooke Lopez just returns a dunk with his own. What a monster dunk in the paint. Why not, Jack? What are you missing? What are you witnessing? Pain. Odyssey, facts. Collins just drops a deuce. We're on a run now. There you go. We cut the lead to 16. Dame in the paint throws up a wild layup, and it's good. Hello, Mini Coyote looks like he's praying. He's praying for a Spurs win. Mini Coyote, I like that. Vassell with the runner in the paint. No, it's a alley-oop to Collins. Collins with the alley-oop jump shot, I guess. I don't know what to call it. I don't turn off the game, though, Cowboy Spectre. I'll be here to the end. Well, unless we're down like 50 with 5 minutes action, then I probably would stick with it because I'd be curious to see if we set the record for the biggest blowout for the Spurs. I don't want that to happen, obviously. Almost a turnover by the Bucks. Bobby Portis gets a loose ball, throws up the shot. Good. Bobby Portis getting some buckets here off the bench very quickly. This issue for the Spurs. They're playing bad. Osmo with the bucket in the paint. And one. All right, let's cut the lead to 15. There's a lot. I mean, I think it's coaching. I think it's the players. I think it's the starting lineups. I don't like our starting lineup. Collins in the starting lineup was clearly not advantageous to the team. not starting a actual point guard, whoever it is, Trey Jones, Devontae Graham, hell, put Blake Wesley out there. There's just a lot of issues with the team. Yes, they're young, but we can only say young so much. They don't play a full 48 minutes at all. We've seen a lot of games where the Spurs were up in the first half, and then the third quarter comes around, and we're like I'm pretty sure the worst third quarter team in the NBA. And whatever lead we had is gone. That was a very pop answer. Who's Afro Man here? Jackson. And Damian for 3. Well, I looked away. Oh boy. Down the other end, Osman's going to drive in the paint, gets lit. And I wanted Chetty Osman's been fantastic lately. He's the only one that seems to have any energy out there. Boombastic, who's at center right now for the Spurs? I guess that would be Mamu by default. Poor team construction. Really, and bad luck with the draft. I've said this before in previous videos with you guys. Drafting Jeremy Sohan and then Wemby right after the next year, and we had to draft Wemby. We absolutely had to. That just really put us in a tough spot because you drafted a power forward with a lottery pick, and then the next year with your lottery pick, you draft a power forward again. Now, the goal is eventually to have Wemby at center. He's playing center now, playing well. I wanted Jalen Duren last year, and I can only just sit here and salivate. We're in a timeout, by the way, just how fun it would be to watch Duren and Wemby Twin Towers light. I know how bad the Spurs are. Spurs going 0-82 is still then, Rockets fan. Osman came to play in the blowout against the Pelicans. He came to play. Osman, no, Joshua, Osman's not our oldest player. Definitely not. Doug McDermott's older. By about 5 years, I think. Zach started, not on the floor right now. Yes, Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama's in the chat. Yes, nice beanie, Victor. He's not playing tonight, but he's resting with his beanie on his head. Papa's having tryouts for this season. Just let them show their flaws out there. Only Wemby and Osman? Well, they got to be keeping Vassell. They just extended him. Fred VanVleet and Dylan Brooks have been. Yes, they have, Kyle. I still think they overspent Fred VanVleet. Time will tell. The Prune, yes, there are more first-round picks coming for the Spurs. A lot more first-round picks. And a high pick at that. Brian, he's been like that for a couple games. So far, are we better than last season or worse? Last season, we started off with, I think we started 5-2. So we had more wins at this point in the season. That's for darn sure. And this season, they set a team franchise record with an 18-game losing streak. So this team is better. I'm sorry, this team is not better than last year's at the moment. I didn't realize that, Phil. Yeah, his beanie does match the City Edition jerseys. This tanking should be illegal. Us fans don't want to... I don't want to say they're tanking on purpose, but it certainly feels like it. And it is rough as a fan. Last year was tough to watch. This year has been tougher. Last year, me, took a lot of time off from the channel during the midst of the tank. I'm staying alive and still sticking with the team this year, no matter what happens, but that 18-game losing streak was rough. That was very rough. Only take one first for Doug and Osmond, second-round picks for Graham. I think the guys that we have available for trade, we're only going to get second-round picks, and we already have $1 million. Kyle, I like Juan Soto. Albert, Wemby is out. Just forfeit, save ourselves the embarrassment. Yeah, he's got a sore ankle, so they're being apparently precautious with him. They're being cautious with him. Precautious. Osmond's at the line, and Chetty Osmond's been a beam of light in these last few games as he's been very good off the bench, whereas the rest of the team, some players are having good games here and there, but overall, very inconsistent. I like what we did against the Lakers. And we know we're not playing that like yet tonight. Jackson with a nice pass out to Portis. Portis going to drive. Turn around, spin around, Jay. Wow. Bobby Portis, is he the Bucks 6-man? Because he's looking fantastic. Dang. Bacano, good evening to you. I had a great weekend, Brian. Excellent weekend. Mamu drains the 3. All right. Cut the lead to 14. That William makes a good point in this to chat. The fact that Portis for... Bobby Portis is lighting us up. The fact that we refuse to start him at point guard or starting point guard is very telling. Mama going to take another 3. Nope. I think I just saw Bobby Portis has 15 points already. XD Gamer, good evening to you. Pat Connaughton going to drive into the paint. Gets by Doug McDermott, throws up the layup, no good. Jackson with a putback, no good. And I think we're going to have a foul on the Spurs. We are. Bobby Portis is killing it. I don't know if he's going for 64. Okay, Victor Wembanyama still in Rookie of the Year even though he's out. David, he's not out for the whole year. He's just missing tonight. It's going to be probably between him and Chet Holmgren. Holmgren is on a better team. Wemby is leading all... Oh, it's actually a Bucks turnover. Never mind. Nope. Spurs gets the ball back. We almost lost it. They get it to Sohan. Sohan in the paint with a tough layup. Good. Jeremy Sohan rocking the lemon lime shoes. I mean, Wemby's leading all rookies in points, rebounds, and blocks. And is fighting for the league lead in blocks. Not to mention the fact, I know he's a rookie, but Chet Holmgren had a year to develop in the NBA where Wemby didn't. Even though he didn't play, he was still on the team and learning plays and I'm sure, doing stuff with the team. So, Wemby's ahead in the stats at the end of the season. Sure, his efficiency might be lower. I think he should get Rookie of the Year. But I'm also biased as a Spurs fan. Yusuf, good evening to you. Again, Kelvin Vassell haven't done... Yeah, they have been very inconsistent this year. Very frustrating to watch Kelvin and Devin go out and have a great game one night and stink it up the next night. I don't know why they can't get any consistency. If he could, this team would be much better. Jamo, good evening. Jeremy saying with the only point. Jeremy will... What? Oh, Jeremy with the only points he'll score all game. You don't think Jeremy's going to score again? Going for Trey. We have a technical on the Spurs. We got a free throw coming up. Dame with the free throw. If we're gonna get a point guard, I'd rather get a draft. One of the guys from the draft next year in the top 5. Wow, Anthony keeping it real. It is Bucks ball. Jackson will pass it out. 3-point attempt is no good. That's Pat Connaughton for 3. And it's Spurs ball. Trey Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Up to Osman. Osman will rifle it out to Doug McDermott. McDermott will drive baseline. Out to Mamu. Fakes the 3. Mamu's going to drive in the paint. Back out to Dougie for 3. Nope. Bobby Portis with the rebound. Bobby Portis got the headband power tonight. Let me tell you. Believe you me. Dame for 3. Oh, boy. They've dropped over 40 on us already, Spurs fans. 41-22. Trey Jones in the paint. Layup. Good. 41-24. Damian way out in 3-point land. Looking for a pick and roll. Bobby Portis just going to launch the 3. God. Trey Jones drives in the paint. Blows by the defense. Gets the layup. Good. That Dame guy's pretty good. Pretty good. He's got 19 points already. He's on pace to go for 76. He won't be in the game that long if the Bucks are blowing us out. Dame with the ball right now. 10 on the shot clock. Looking for a pick and roll. No pick, no roll. Gets double team. Gets it to Jackson. Jackson's going to drive. Out. Connaughton for 3. No good. Spurs can... Oh, they're going fast break. Nope. Bucks get back in transition. Osman. Step back 3. Not close. All right, well, Jaguar, it seems like for the Spurs, it's Alexander Sarr or Isaiah Collier. Brian Christopher, good evening to you. Sebastian, hey to you. This is a rough first quarter. I can't really... We're down 18. And we haven't even gotten to our worst part of the game. Usually the first quarter is one of our better quarters, as is the second. Yeah, the Spurs are playing a reverse game today, and they'll be bad in the first and good in the third. I don't know. Bobby Portis playing NBA Jam. He is on fire. Helena, it's not a good start. Some of you are saying lose by 50. I hope not. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see our team morale get crushed. I can't even imagine what all this losing's doing to the guys already. All right, Sebastian, well, have a good night sleeping. I need to get Chuck Norris in the face the way we're getting beat. I need to get sucked it too. What?
Sucker!
David, I hope we play much better. Josh, I mean, you're talking about the days of David Robinson and Tim Duncan when we had a former defensive player of the year and then just a every year NBA defensive team. And then, of course, the big three. Yeah, it feels weird, but it's so long ago. The NBA's changed a lot in 20 plus years. Adrian, that's a lot of people are hoping for, the French Twin Towers. He is, William. I mean, poor guys don't watch this anymore. Well, okay. He's hoping for the second quarter to come back. Second quarter comeback. All right. Adrian, I'm lost with Jeremy Sohan. I was so happy to watch him progress last year, and then this year, it's not good. Rich, I used to know how you feel. My Rockets used to lose 20 straight games. We didn't lose 20 straight. We did lose 18 straight. Rich, I've been an Isaiah Collier fan, but been saying his name a lot. But honestly, after watching and studying, I believe Nikola Topic. A lot of people are saying Topic is the 1 point guard we need. His name has been coming up a lot. Trade Blake Leslie for Russell Westbrook. I would do it. Russell doesn't want to come here. Are we tanking for Alexander? Thing is, all right, so say we draft Alexander Sarr. Him and Wemby are probably going to just, switch off 5 and 4, whatever. So we have them out there, Kelvin and Devin, and what happens with Jeremy? Is Jeremy running point again? Is he coming off the bench? Is Kelvin coming off the bench? We still need a point guard if we draft Sarr. That's the problem. Who's running the offense? We still need El Capitan. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Spurs start off the ball, and we'll turn it over to start the second quarter. Nice shot by Trey Jones getting back in defense, and he causes a turnover. Trey running the break to get it up to Sohan, and Sohan will throw down the old blazing
Thunder dunk of justice.
Have a good second quarter, Spurs fans. Devin, Kelvin, Jeremy, Wemby, and Kelvin run the point. Bobby Portis is open for 3. He's been feasting on. My God. Bobby Portis is having. Him and Dame are going to have a career game tonight, apparently. At least Mamu's getting some playing time. He's in the paint and turns the ball over. I try saying something good about him. Oh! Giannis get tripped. Let me get my clock correct. Okay, Jeremy Gorth concession stands. All right. With his first draft capital, it's not a rule that they can maneuver themselves into 2 top 10 picks. I agree. Valhalla Sports Talk, good evening. We are terrible tonight so far. Terrible. I wanted Keegan Murray too, but he was drafted before Sohan. It can possibly be something like what Oak did. A lot of young cats developed. Yes, for free bands. Yes. Yeah, a little stoppage of play real quick. Lyrical News, good evening to you. Put Wemmy's sister in instead of Sohan. That 3-point attempt's going to bounce around and no good by Cameron Payne. Hey, Cameron Payne is in. Former San Antonio Spurs legend. Cameron Payne, we love you in San Antonio. Jones rifles it across to Kelvin Johnson. Johnson going to drive in the paint. Little jump hook is no good. By the way, if you aren't familiar with Valhalla Sports Talk, my man in the chat, he covers the Vikings, the Lakers, and the Dodgers. So if you are looking for a place to hang out for any of those games, make sure you sub them up. Or if you're just looking for another cool sports channel in general, check them out. I didn't see who just scored that for the Spurs. I think it was Trey Jones with another layup. 49-30. That pull up on the paint is good. Is this an N1? Cameron Payne with the bucket and N1. 51. The Bucks got to 50 already. They've already got David Robinson's number. And we have 10 minutes to go in the first half. No, Adrian, I was being sarcastic. She's not here tonight, Lyrical News. She's at home. She does not live with me. So she's only here usually on the weekend. Yes, she's usually only here on the weekend. Cameron Payne at the line for his and one. You're welcome, Valhalla. Look, if I see a fellow channel in here, I'll always, try to remember to give a shout out because we're all a community. We're all trying to help each other out. All trying to, have our channels grow and have fun. And hopefully see their team win, which, as a Giants fan and a Spurs fan, don't see much of that lately. Vassell driving in the paint, gets a layup, and he's getting in an one. Yep, Bacano, they have over 50 already. Hopefully free bans as early as next year. Dude, this whole team sucks. I'm talking Soen, Zach, Keldon, and Vassell right now. This whole roster just ain't it. They have no court vision whatsoever. You can't win games with players of this low IQ. Austin, too sexy. Keeping it real. There's been a lot of holes this year. At this rate, the Spurs will be good after 5 more years. Good grief. Portis is going to take another 3. Finally misses. My eye is getting better. Valhalla, thank you. I have a follow-up with a specialist on Friday just to be on the safe side, but it's slowly getting better. Jan's going to fly into the paint as after a Spurs miss and gets fouled going to the line for 2. I think the one thing there's the what-if game you can play in the draft, and correct me if I'm wrong, but Devin Vassell was drafted right before Tyrese Halliburton. We can't look back on that and do the hindsight is 2020 thing because the Spurs at the time had DeJounte Murray and thought he was their point guard of the future. And I don't think anybody saw Tyrese Halliburton developing into the player that he has become this year. I mean, we figured he'd be good, but this good? Come on now. Is Doug even playing a ton? I haven't been watching the minutes, Joshua. Wemby's out with an injury. TSR should make a new character named Ricky Jam, the 3rd biggest Giants fan. Ricky Jambo? All right. Memphis being the Memphis podcast went off the year. What? Wait, Howard, the Memphis Grizzlies fans are done calling the games already are they saying they're done for the year? I took some time off last year. I took a good portion of the season off. I got back into video gaming and just I needed some time off, to be honest. This year, it's been rough. Brandon with the jumper in the paint, good off the glass. This year, I said I'd try to call at least 78 games, and that's still the goal. As bad as the Spurs are, still going to be here for 78. Giannis finds Portis in the paint. Portis with a little jumper, good. Does he have 20 points now? Being a Spurs fan and a Giants fan, deciding worse, prison sex or no sex? Roy, I'll go with no sex. Kellen into the paint. Reverse layup is good. Got the lead down to 19, my friends. The dog catcher. Last bit dog. Doggy dog. Neil Double G. Giannis into the paint. He misses the Spurs are on the run. Kellen's thought about a 3, pulled it down, drives in the paint, and gets the layup. Wanted to foul and get it. Only down by 17. Kellen took a pretty hard spill. 56-39. And we have a timeout. Oh, they are blazing for sure. We do need some Coyote magic. Coyote, get the team motivated. Go Spurs, go. Go Spurs, go. Five-time champions. All right. I hope that gets team motivated. Victor Wembanyama, you can get a Go Spurs go. Adrian, I would love a Spurs win versus the Mavericks as well, in-state rival. The correct answer to Roy's question, I said no sex, Valhalla. I don't know if you heard me. I said no. I said no. We suck so bad that being down by 19 seems like a win. A lot of people are asking about Trae Young to San Antonio. I don't see it happening. That would be a monumental fail on the Hawks' part because they just traded 1 million first-round picks, well, i.e. 3 first-round picks to the Spurs for DeJounte Murray to bring Murray and Young together, and then to trade Trey here. I don't see that happening. The Lions and Bears are 10-4 and 9-5. What? 10 really? The Bears are 9-5. I thought the Bears had I've not been following them. The last time I knew, they had a losing record. Have they been playing that well this year? Giannis can throw himself in the lane and get a call. Our guys get thrown to the floor and nothing. Yep, fifth gear. It's Giannis. Come on now. Mark Kelvin probably is near his ceiling. That being said, he's got a team-friendly contract. The team seems to like him. He does a lot of stuff in the community, from what I understand, at least what I see in posts. As the type of player you want to keep around. If you could always go to the bench. He said he'd be willing to do that. And I think he's got the personality where he would be willing to do that if they drafted somebody that took his spot next year, or the lineups worked out like that. I want to give up Kelvin yet. And it really, we're talking about trades a lot. I love our Spurs, but outside of Victor Wembanyama, do any of our guys have that high of trade value right now? The team is 4-21, and we're just a model of inconsistency. I don't think outside of Victor there's anybody on this team that could get traded for a first-round pick right now. And we have 1 million second-round picks. So the draft capital is not the answer. Oh, the Browns are 9-5. I was going to say, Zach, the Bears are good? I was so confused. I thought they sucked this year. Exactly. Spurs mentality, but needs to be more consistent. That's a good way of putting it, Jaguar Paw. It is Bucks ball. Bobby Portis jumper in the paint, no good. And it'll be Spurs ball. Let's get this lead to single digits before the half is over. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And the NBA doing the thing I hate the most. They have the interview on the bottom right of the screen, and they squish the game down to about 40% of your screen. And I just absolutely loathe when they do this. You can hear the person being interviewed. I don't need to see them. Kelvin in the paint. Tough shot. Is going to roll off the rim and then a little comebacker. All right, let's keep cutting this lead. Joshua Collins is looking like it may have been a mistake. Yes, I agree. He is, I like Zach. He's been a disappointment this year. I really thought he'd be much better as a starting center. But I get the block right there, though. Spurs ball. Malachi Brandon will bring it up for San Antonio. Gets it over to Kellen. Kellen's going to pull down the three. Get it back to Brandon. He'll take this three. No good. Fight for the board. And it's Bucks ball. Phil, that'd be great if they do that. Hurricane Megan. Good evening, great channel name. Lopez with a dunk in the paint. I could be a Pistons fan. Person going to get first round pick, and it is not LeBron James Jr. No, we're not taking Bronny. Zach Collins for three. Holy crap, Zach Collins hit a three. Here comes the comeback, guys and girls. Mr. Z, 2-year contract extension. So he's got this year plus 2 more years. The 2 years were for $35 million total, $17.5 million a year. And he's not playing like that right now. Brook Lopez, little runner, good. $60-44. Zach Collins is open for three. Here's us talking about him, and he hits the three. All right. He's like, you're going to talk smack about me? That I'm not earning my contract? Check this out. All right, 13-point game. Let's just keep chipping away at the lead. Chris Middleton, runner in the paint, is no good. Collins with the rebound. The Spurs are starting to a little bit of a run. Cedi Osman drives in the paint. That's an ugly-looking layup that did not go in. Down the other end, we're going to have a foul on Cameron Payne. He's going to go to the line for two. Whereas Bronny might drop to the second round because of his medical condition and limited college play time. Phil, that medical condition is scary. Very scary. Zach did hear the criticism, Boombastic. I wish he was playing Adrian. I really wish Wemby was playing. Looks like I need to send a Western Union and buy some power tools at Granger according to my commercial selections. Okay. First free throw is good, 61-47. Jorge, that third quarter, we've been the worst third quarter team, one of the worst in the NBA, maybe the worst third quarter team. Yeah, Wemby's missed 2 games already this year, Howard. He did say he wanted to play the full season, but he's already missed 2 games, so that's out of the question. I don't remember why he missed the first game of the year. Shoot. Ankle for this one is what's being reported. No, don't go get Primo. No Primo. Spurs turnover. Another Spurs turnover. I've been saying that a lot tonight. Middleton out to Dame. Dame, 16 on the shot clock, so plenty of time. 5.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Chris Middleton for 3. Swish. Geez, we're going to go 75 points. We are the worst. Okay, Jorge. I thought we might be. Hip tightness. That's right, Adrian. Hip tightness is the first game when we missed. That's right. How many firsts would you give up for Tyrese Halliburton? Probably at least 2. Tyrese running this offense would be a lot of fun to watch. And dare I say, our record would be probably pretty different than what it is right now, having him run the offense. Spurs ball, down by 18. Every time we go on a little bit of start to push back a little bit, the Bucks just pushes right back again. Cedi Osman gets fouled. And he gets fouled. Yes, they were. We have a minus 27 net rating in the third quarter. Okay. 10 first-round picks for Luka. No, we can't do that. Cedi Osman's going to be at the line for 2. I mean, I would love to have Luka Doncic, but you can't do what the the Timberwolves did. You can't just bank your whole future on one player like they did with Rudy Gobert. Just something on the stream. Cedi's first free throw was good. No idea to Bombastic. Osman with 7 points tonight. One of the few Spurs players playing with some motivation. Second free throw by Osman's good. And our offense hasn't been terrible tonight. 49 points with 5 minutes to go in the first half. That's certainly acceptable. Giving up 65 with 5 minutes to go, not so good. DeMar's not coming back. Or to bring DeMar DeJounte and Kawhi back, and Derek White. Bucks turnover, Spurs ball. Osman thought about the corner 3, pulled it down. We get into Zach. Zach, quite a bit of ways from the post. Collins going to start to drive, gets into the paint. Collins spins around, and turns the ball over. Passed it right to Giannis. Giannis is not on your team, Zach Collins. While it would be nice, he is not. The Bucks have 7 steals tonight already. Milton launches the jumper in and out burger. Roy, a lot of Spurs fans have been saying they'd like to have Avery Johnson as our new coach. I wouldn't be opposed to it. Jeremy Sohan with the ball right now forward. San Antonio drops it out to Devin. Pull up 3 by Devin is good, but we have a foul before the shot. 7 is a lot of steals already for the first half, for sure. 65-49, and if you're a Spurs fan, you got to get this lead cut or actually play a good third quarter. The Spurs have won 2 third quarters in games this year. They won a third quarter versus... They just put 3 points on the board for us. I don't know what happened. They were showing a replay, so good job, NBA. 67-52. And we are going to have a timeout. I wanted Jalen Duren, Adrian. I'm right there with you. Howard, Trey Jones is a good backup point guard. I guess Devin's 3 did count. I thought it didn't, but then they put it up there. Trey Jones is a very good backup point guard. I don't think he's an NBA starter level point guard at this point in his career, but he's the best point guard we have, and he just doesn't get to play. It seems like the NBA defense is down this year. I mean, it's down every year. The scoring keeps going up, and the in-season tourney is dumb. I agree. John Lou, they just put up 49. They had 49, and then it went up to 52. ESPN has it down to 49, so I don't know if they took the bucket away again. I'll wait until we come back from a commercial break to figure out what the heck is going on. It didn't count Then it looked like it did count. Now it looks like it might not have counted. I don't know. I'll put up some Selena while we're figuring it out.
When you're ready, come and get it. Na, 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 na.
How high was Jeremy in the draft? He was drafted 9th. That was a 9th overall pick. So anybody that's saying, let's just get rid of Jeremy, we can't have 2 lottery picks in a year, not make it 2 years with the team. Josh Primo played 1 season and then a little into the preseason last year, and then Jeremy all of last year, of course, and so far this year. But you can't afford to have picks be bustaroonies like that. I think if they want to talk to Pop to tell them they're taking the 3 away. Are they officially taking it away? Well then, Phil, I'm going to take 3 away myself. I'm going to trust you right there. Plus ESPN says 49. My favorite non-Spur player of all time, Zach? That's probably Jordan. For non-Spurs players, I like Jordan, Kobe, Shaq, Allen Iverson, Grant Hill, which sucks. His injury destroyed his career. Sucks. Who else did I like to watch? Unfortunately, I didn't get to see Bird or Magic play in their prime. Otherwise, I'm sure I would have loved watching them play. That 80s rivalry was just fantastic. I just wasn't watching basketball or really any sports in the 80s. Yes, they are, Raymond. Yes, they are. Opinion Sports, I'm not going to do that. I am a Spurs fan through and through, and I told you guys I would cover at least 78 games, and that's my promise to you this year. Or try to. Things could happen where I maybe can't cover the game, but I want to try to cover the Spurs at least 7-8 games. I've already missed 1 game this year because of an eye injury. So Wemmy's ahead of me right now. Wemmy's missed 2 games. I've missed 1. So I want to make sure that I play more games than Wemby. Dirk and Kobe? Your streaming makes me less bad. That's fair. I mean, it's, when you're watching the game, a lot of folks ask, I don't get why people hang on your channel. Like, they're not hanging out the channel to watch me. Except for maybe 1 person on the planet is. The 3 did count. Damn it! There's a Chuck Norris deal fooling me. Anyway. I forgot what I was going to say. Janssen get fouled in the paint. My brain just went blank. Oh, streaming. People say, I don't understand why people watch you for, 2.5 hours. Like, it's not necessarily watching me. It's maybe to get an alternate audio for play-by-play, but also just a place to hang out with fellow Spurs fans or the other team's fans and just talk basketball and what are you happy about with the team? What don't you like? Get excited about good things happening, or on a lot of our games this year, be bummed out. We're down double digits. The Bucks are in the bonus, by the way. My favorite non-Spurs players are Derek White, DeJounte Murray, Dallas Bertans, and Jakob Poeltl. Giannis' second free throw. There was a whistle before he took it. I don't know what the hell happened there. Hey, it counted, Adrian. Apparently counted. So ideally, Adrian, you want the Raptors pick to be number 7. That's the highest it can be without being lottery, Well, it's a top 6 protected pick. So if the Raptors were to draft 7th, then we would get the pick. Anything higher, I believe it defers. Or lower, I suppose. Giannis missed the second free throw. Trey Jones going to sprint in there and grab the loose ball. Spurs down by 15. Let's make a run here, damn it. Gets the ball to Kellen. Kellen's going to throw the ball right over Jeremy Sochan's head. And Kellen has been very turnover prone lately. Goof Brown Ahmed with 1,000 money or better jokes, man. You should have just came in with you have no friends. That's much better than that. I'm sorry, man. The sports critic, Amir, ¿cómo está, mi hombre? Hope you are doing well. Amir, I'm kind of feeling your pain the last few years. Amir, the sports critic, is a Giants fan and an Orlando Magic fan, and the Magic had been terrible, finally turning things around, but I feel your pain where you're covering basketball and you're just sitting there watching your team lose every night. We have a technical free throw for the Bucks. Dame hits it, 68-52. Y'all feel like the Raptors are 7-8, but no, you don't. Yes, the Giants are done, Amir. They're officially done. I'll still be watching, and I finally started doing Giants content again. It's not getting really any views, but I was like, you know what? The whole point of YouTube was to have fun. And if you're having fun, eventually the views will come. It may take a few months, maybe take a few years, who the heck knows. But I'm just doing short videos, so they take up very little time to do. But I like talking about the team. Giannis with the ball almost gets pickpocketed by Trey Jones. They'll pass across court. We're going to have an open three. No good by Malik Beasley. Spurs ball down 68-52. Mamu's going to think about the three, pulls it down, gets it to Trey Jones. Jones may have been blocked in the paint. The layup's no good either way. Giannis will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Runs over Chetty Osman. No whistle on either player. And now corner three by Beasley. Another miss from the same spot. Spurs ball. Osman will bring it up for the Spurs. Drops off to Mamu. Mamu flying in. Goes for a dunk and the ball goes flying out of the rim. He blew it. And speaking of blow it, my clock is way off. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize my clock wasn't moving. Mamu just blows the dunk. He got his own basket interference on the dunk. We'll fix my clock now. I'm sorry, guys. I started getting chatty with the chat. That's a miss for the Bucks, and it's Spurs well. Mamu will bring it up. Drives in the paint. Goes for another dunk. He missed again. I think he made a block. That's back-to-back. No, miss. Oh, no. Oh, Mamu. Oh, founder Mama Kelchvella, you were going to be unchecked in a pool. 68-52 under 2 minutes to go. This is something. I don't know what to say. I'm just going to laugh. What else can you do? Just have fun. Have fun watching your team suck it. Trey Jones in the paint throws up. Trey Jones has been scoring very well today. No, I do not. There you go, Goofon. I do not. 0. He's a fool, Shackton, a fool, Shackton, a fool. He's a fool, Shackton, a fool, Shackton, a fool. Dame with the layup in the paint, 70-54. Kellen will drive in the paint, throws it up, yells, and gets the layup. I guess that's the key for Kellen is scoring. Victor is out. Son of Scar, good evening to you. My Hulk friend, Son of Scar. I just actually picked up some of your books today. Scar, Son of Hulk. It's only like a 17-issue run. I got like 6 issues today. I did a fill box thing at a local comic store. I think I got like 325 books today for $60, so it was fun. Yells and get the layup. Exactly. I heard Trace will be the shooting guard for the Spurs next week. Well, okay. Sports critic, I did not. Amir, I had Dames at the line for 2. I said 38 wins. Now, granted, as a Spurs fans, we've been spoiled with the big turnaround with David Robinson when he became a Spur with Tim Duncan. I think our expectations were a little too high for Wemby, not realizing the rest of the team is not good. They're not. They're not. I'm sorry. We're much worse than I could have anticipated. We played 25 games. Barring a miracle, probably losing tonight, which will drop us to 4-22, which will put us on pace for, we're on pace for like, what, 15 wins? If that? Oof. Struggle's real. Jeremy Sohan in the paint, throws it off the glass, no good, and get fouled and go to the line for 2 one-handed free throws. Trey should be starting Anthony. You know what? I don't think Trey's going to start one game this year. I think Pop's going to be stubborn and not start a point guard at all this season. Why is my chat not live? I got the top chat up. I always do that. Thank you, YouTube. Was he found that? Well, might not have called it, but still blew it. We're not getting Bolwell. G Studio, what's going on? No matter how bad the Spurs are, I'm here to support TSR. Thank you, G Studio. And I'm here to support our Spurs on our channel. That's right. It's our channel because without you guys, I wouldn't do this. You guys want Bobo? I mean, is that really going to help us? Dude's been on 3 teams in 5 years. So he comes to us, it'd be 4 teams in 5 years, wouldn't it? Spurs get the turnover. Trey Jones flies in the paint. Another layup for Trey Jones. Trey Jones has been aggressive tonight. One of the few Spurs playing with some oomph. Him and Osman are playing very well off the bench. Pistons losing streaks at 24. Nice. Crypto, I do think the Bucks have a legit chance to be the best team in the Eastern Conference and get to the NBA Finals. The Celtics are going to be very tough to beat, though. Probably Celtics-Bucks Eastern Conference Finals showdown. That was an air ball. Fouled by Giannis is... He got fouled. 2 free throws coming up. No, I don't want Bowl. We need prime white chocolate. Who that, Jaguar? Whose nickname was white chocolate? And I do like white chocolate. I like dark chocolate. I like all chocolate. Oh, you know, if anybody's going to know Bobo, it's going to be the sports critic. He covers the Orlando Magic. If there are any other Orlando Magic fans in the chat, make sure you check out my man, the sports critic, as he does cover them. Also cover the St. Louis Cardinals a lot during the summer. And he's also a Giants fan, so make sure you sub him up. I have no idea where his subscriber count is. Are you getting close to 4,000? I'm not sure where you're at. 3 or 4? Well, whatever the next number is, I hope you get there sooner than later. We need to play Mama over Zach is what we need. Blah, 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 blah. All-time losing streak is 28 by the Sixers, but it's not all in one season. We actually have a jump ball. Oh, my clock ran to 0. Crap. Spurs with a half-court 3, no good. I don't know what just happened there. We're down 72-59. That I do know. I'm apparently off my game. All this losing's got me all freaking screwed up. Halftime! Brandon Christopher, good evening to you. Dog catcher, no idea. You are close to 4,000. All right. I thought you passed 3,000. 4, and then the next number's 5. I'll tell you what, when your team's losing, though, it's hard to grow your channel because that's where we're at right now. Here, the channel with the drafting of Wemby was starting to take off, and then when the Spurs started losing, but you guys are still here. I appreciate that. Jason Williams, that's right. I couldn't remember his freaking... All right, I know what you're talking about now. All right, my friends, we are going to go ahead and look at the halftime stats because somebody's got to do it. It'll be me. All right, Spurs. Did we win the second quarter? We did. The Spurs did win the second quarter, 33-28, but got smoked in the first quarter, 44-26. So hopefully the Spurs continue to get better and make the game competitive. Anyway, for the Bucks, let's start off with Giannis. Well, he only made maybe 4 of 10 from the field. He's got 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 6 assists. Giannis well on his way to a triple-double. Chris Middleton with 6. Rick Lopez with 8. Damian Lillard having a huge first half of 24 points. I think he had like 19 in the first quarter. Cooled off a little bit in the second. And Malik Beasley with 2 off the bench. Portis is absolutely killing us with 17 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals on 7 of 10 shooting. Just having a monster game off the bench. Beauchamp with 0. Payne with 5. And then Connaughton and Jackson Jr. both with 0 for our San Antonio Spurs. Zach Collins having a decent first half, 12 points and 6 boards. Sohan with 5, Kelvin with 9. Kelvin does have 3 turnovers. I mentioned he's been a little more turnover prone lately, and so far in this game, that is there as well. Demisel with 8, only 3 of 9 from the field, though, and Malachi Branham with 2. Off the bench, Mamu with 3, McDermott with 0, Osman with 8. Osman's been fantastic for us lately. And then Trey Jones really calling his own number a lot tonight, but he's taking all short layups. Jones is 6 of 7 off the bench for 12 points, playing very well. Unfortunately, you look at the Spurs roster, and everybody's got a negative, with Jeremy being the worst at a minus 16. Everybody else is between minus 2 and minus 10 because we're down by 13. That being said, it's still very early. The game is not over yet. I'm not giving up on the team, and hopefully you guys aren't either. Good evening, Asia. Thank you for stopping in. Hello to you. Well, you shouldn't get 81 put on you like the Pistons at halftime. 81? Well, I mean, we're not that far off. It's only 9 points away. Be right back and cry and eat some chicken. Asia, I just found out today that the Eagles lost to the Seahawks last night. I had no idea. Wish Kev could be more consistent. You get a secondary. Kev or Kev? You mean Dev? Here, do you think Wemby should eat a lot of churros? Anyway, well, while churros are delicious, a quick weight gain probably not good for his body. So I'm going to say no to that. And in the meantime, I'm going to put up some Go Spurs Go so I can take a break for a few seconds. All right. There we go. A little rest. Oh, good, Jorge. I thought you were talking about Devin Vassell. I mean, Vassell when he's on, such a good catch and shoot. So good at the catch and shoot. He's inconsistent. Like all our guys, inconsistent. I'm seeing more and more people call our players selfish. Even though I think we're a top 3 team, maybe number 1 still, I'm not sure, in assists in the NBA, which shows our ability to not create our own shots. That being said, number 1 in the assists in the NBA, but yet our guys are still selfish. And I think a lot of this coming from the starters missing Wemby when he's open. I've seen clips. I know what's happening. Also, we don't have a point guard out there looking for him. You got guys that are out there thinking their own shot first. 72. You drive south from Detroit, you'll hit Canada. You'll hit Windsor, Ontario. What? I need me a girl from San Antonio. They big and fluffy. It's fun. Oh gosh. I heard the ending was crazy last night, and the Eagles blew the game. I forgot they were playing. I was busy being naked. True story. I bake Bacano. I've not seen that. I have not. I made a lot of Kame Asada? I don't know what that is. Kame Asada? I'm probably not saying it right, James. No idea. Yep, Zach. Anything that I'm trying to, I don't know if you're referring to my comment, but trying to liven things up or lighten things up. I mean, it's depressing the way the team's losing. You got Cowboys fans rooting for our Giants. Yes, Asia, are they ever? Adrian, I can't move to Texas. Working for the state of Connecticut. My secret FBI job, not for the FBI, but my secret agent job prohibits me from working too far away from the state in case I need to go into the office. I do work from home, but I can't move to Texas. Terrible. Not terribles, just... Instead of saying terrible, terrible. I see what you're doing there. Latino barbecue. Okay, yeah, I'm really hungry tonight. And I don't like being hungry at 9:12. But I am really hungry, and I'm thinking to myself, this game's not going to go over till like 10:15, 10:20. What the heck am I going to eat this late at night? But boy, I want to share a story that was frustrating. So tonight I made burritos. And boiled up my rice. Left my rice in the pan to cool down, and I forgot it there. And discovered it like 10 minutes before game time, so it'd been sitting on my counter for 2.5 hours. Rice is not something you want to let sit out and then eat later, so unfortunately I had to dump it out. I was very depressed. Just throwing that out there. Asia, I want nothing more to beat the Eagles either. The Eagles are on a losing streak, but the Giants, not that good. So, and the Eagles generally have our number. Hopefully that changes on Christmas Day. Anthony, Spurs fan via David Robinson. Discovered David Robinson, became a Spurs fan. The rest is history. The sports streams recommendations? What do you mean, Brandon? Brandon. Do you mean like people that were in the chat that are sports streamers? Valhalla Sports Talk was in here earlier. Good dude. Recommend checking out his channel. And then the Sports Critic's also a good dude. He was in here just a few moments ago. Anthony, a lot of people are accusing the guys of being selfish. I'm eating my pain away right now. What can I eat this like? Ooh. I can make some toast and throw some cream cheese on it. I might do that. Because I'm not going to go to bed right after the game. I'm kind of wired right now. If San Antonio gets an NFL team, I will still be a New York Giants fan. I'm not switching teams. The Spurs, My teams actually, I have more teams in New York than I do Texas. New York Giants and New York Yankees, and then the San Antonio Spurs. Never lived in San Antonio. Nope. Massachusetts, Virginia, Connecticut. Never lived in Texas. I didn't realize the Eagles team has been that bad. Bacano, 4 open shots in the game. I believe it. Budget cheese pizza equals cream cheese on... Budget, yeah, there you go. Budget cheese pizza. There you go. Scott, the Giants do suck. You're not telling me anything I don't know. Come on, man. That's funny when people will come in and be like, Giants suck. I'm like, Yeah, they have for the last decade. What's your point? Usually it's Cowboys fans saying Giants suck, and I just say, okay, so do you. You've been a disappointment for 25 plus years. And then they're like, yeah, we suck too. I'm like, yeah, we both suck. F the Northeast. What? Dang, Joshua. The Spurs lived in Dallas a long, long time ago. I have been to San Antonio. I was there in December. I went to 2 Spurs games and met a lot of you guys when I was out in December. Sandra, Derek White, he's happy. Well, I assume he's happy in Boston, and he's playing well there. Favorite all-time New York Giant is Eli Manning. Saw him from the start of his career to the end of his career. He will, beating the 18-0 Patriots will probably be one of my favorite football moments ever. Just at the way that game ended with the helmet catch and to beat the 18-0 team that everybody thought was just going to run the gamut and go 19-0. Not to mention the fact I watched that game with a bunch of New England Patriots fans because I came up from when I lived in Virginia up here to hang out with my friends and watch the game, and it's just that was incredible. And then 4 years later to beat the Patriots again in somewhat similar fashion. I mean, just Eli. I know Eli gets made fun of a lot, but he actually seems like a good dude. He was hilarious on Saturday Night Live, and I've watched a little of him and his brother do commentary. I'm not a huge fan of that, but some of the videos they've done, the music videos, he's my favorite Giant. It is what it is. And he played the whole career with them. I know he wasn't drafted by them. I know. But he did play his whole career with the New York Giants. Live in Western Mass as a Spurs fan, been to San Antonio 3 times. The last was 2017 for the WWE Royal Rumble. All right. I have stopped watching wrestling. What are the 3 biggest issues with the Spurs? Oh, wow. 3 biggest issues with San Antonio? Like right now we're down by 13. But you mean in general? I think the coaching. Chip Engelland leaving certainly did not help the team. And Pop, I don't think, is putting a team in the best position to win. So I think coaching in general is an issue. The players are clearly an issue. That I think it was the Houston Rockets game. We chucked 41 3-pointers and made 5. It's the whole franchise, really. I can't pinpoint one thing because it seems like it's a multitude of things, and I hate to say that, but I can't just point at one thing and say there's the problem. This is how we fix this one issue. Some folks will say get rid of Pop. That's the one problem. Like, all right, you get rid of Pop, you bring somebody else in. Are the players all of a sudden magically going to play better overnight? Probably not. I don't know what the fix is. And the thing is, you look at this Spurs team, and I just have to scratch my head how we beat the Suns twice. That's probably the biggest thing that boggles my mind for this season is, sure, the first one, the Suns were missing Beal and Booker, but the second game against them I can't even talk because it still boggles my mind. They had Booker and Durant, and the Spurs won that game. All right, Scott, do not be promoting illegal streams in the chat. I'm guessing that if you're watching games for free, it's probably not legal. So we don't do that here. Just a heads up. Never been. I pay for the NBA League Pass. Some people, if you don't want to pay and do your thing, that's your business. As a paying customer, I don't want to promote anything that's not in the up and up. Justin Tuck, you're going back. Sandra, a backup point. I mean, there's plenty of backup point guards out there. We have a backup point guard. His name's Trey Jones. He never starts. All right, they will, and it's going to take longer than we want it to. And Adrian makes a good point. The Spurs started 5-2 last year, and then the wheels absolutely fell off, and the team just was very difficult to watch. Imagine you pay millions of dollars, and your coach tells you get out there and lose. That's what Craig's doing right now. That's fair, Lance. That's fair. Probably because they're just a small market team. That's why we don't get a lot of respect. Maybe. Look at Zach throwing out the old. Yeah, that was. That was the key to that Super Bowl is we rushed 4 and got the Brady. And no matter how good you are as an NFL quarterback, if you're under pressure and don't have time to throw, You're just a regular guy back there. I think we played a little better last year too, but not much better. Pick one: Spurs or Giants. I can only watch one for the rest of my life. That would be horrible, Adrian. I don't not want to have to make that choice because I love both teams for very different reasons. I prefer calling the San Antonio Spurs over the Giants. I much prefer calling basketball over football, but football is my favorite sport to watch. Football is the only sport where I will watch games that don't involve my team just because I enjoy watching the sport. So if we're going based on that, the Giants might get the slight edge just because I don't want to give up the NFL. Pop said he was looking forward to the draft picks. That tells you everything you need to know. Spurs versus Pistons for the number one pick. I'll tell you what. The Spurs play the Pistons the last game of the year. That literally could be for draft positioning, in which case both teams may tank like nobody's business in that game, and it could be abysmal to watch. Rich Babe, do you have a mixture of Red Sox and Yankees, Pats and Giants fans? Yes. Asia, very split in Connecticut. I feel like if you're east of the river, the Connecticut River, you're going to find Red Sox fans and Patriots fans. If you're west of the river, you're going to find more Giants and Yankees fans. Oh, Zach, the Giants were terrible in 2011. Eli totally carried that team. He won't get credit for it, but Eli very much carried that offense. We can get the number one pick again. Oh, God. Everybody in the NBA is going to hate us, James. Or, not everybody. A lot of NBA fans will hate the Spurs. But if we can get back-to-back number one picks, though we saw that happen for the Orlando Magic, Shaq and Penny, they made a finals, didn't win, and then that ended up getting blown up, so I hope we don't repeat that process. Brandon Runner in the paint, good. This is the closest it's been in a while. It's an 11-point game. Donovan Clingan from UConn. Uh-oh, your Wop Bag's throwing down a UConn player. My girlfriend's loving you. Not the way she loves me, but she's a huge UConn fan. I'm not familiar with Donovan Clingan, though. It was Wampang Doodle, was. 72-61. Don't call it a comeback, but let's see if we can call it a comeback. Third quarter's been horrible for us this year. Let's turn it around tonight and play a good third quarter, damn it. Lopez runner no good. Gets his own miss. Gets fouled by Collins, and he's going to go to the line for two. William, I hope so. Twin Towers 2, Electric Boogaloo. I like that. Collins, you worst second half net efficiency this season. The Spurs are number one, minus 18 by far, with the Wizards number two at minus 13.3. So we are by far the worst second half team this year. Let's go. We didn't say we're just going to be the worst. We're by far the worst. We don't suck. We've gone from suck to blow. JD Collins sucks. That's kind of the general feeling by Spurs fans. No news, Sandra on Bobo. Oh, was Penny in third? Oh, draft day. That's right. He was traded. Well, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought the Magic they got 1 and then 3. Still, that's pretty darn good too. I'll be happy with 3 this year. Collins for 3. Here to say sucks. But we're happy we beat the Lakers, Asia. Artificial dream. That's right, positive energy. 10-point game. It's single digits coming soon to a stream near you. The San Antonio Spurs will be down single digits sooner than later in this game. We're going to have a good third quarter, damn it. We are going to have a good third quarter. Simeon drives in the paint and blows the layup, but Kelvin cleans it up. Single digits. Single digits. 8-point game. Can you imagine if the Spurs did win this? I'm all aboard. Morale win. We need one. Even though we just had one. We need another one. Giannis in the paint. Layup no good. Foul going to the line for 2. Giannis not a great free throw shooter, so maybe we want to hack on Giannis. Asia, she is good. Thank you for asking. I feel like the Spurs are better than their record, and it's the front office and Pop messing them up. You're not alone in saying that. You are not alone. You are not alone. Others agree with you. Though you're far away. 2 free throws here today. Yes, I did go. I do have my music stuff on this channel, The Dog Catcher. On the main page of TSR Sports, the last playlist is TSR Music. It's only sports songs. I'll only put up sports music on here. I'm not putting anything else up. I am working on a cover. I'm going to let you guys actually know now. So, a special preview or a special spoiler for an upcoming TSR song, Wemby and the Name of, because I have the Rage Against the Machine Killing the Name of music recorded. I changed the lyrics. I'm currently writing right now, but the next song on this channel will probably be Wemby and the Name of. So, there you go. Giannis misses the second free throw. Out to Dame for 3. Dang it. That just became a 4-point play. What am I doing for Christmas? What am I doing? I should find a plush Yukon Husky for Miss TSR, the Cody shit. She got that Cody for herself. And me. Blocked by Lopez on So-In. She got that for her surgery. Listen, Coyote may stay here. That Coyote's not... It's her Coyote. He stays here. Believe me, it's hers. Well, that's going to be Bucks ball after the block. It looks like it was out on us. Bucks up by 12. Let's get a couple stops and get that lead down to 6 or 7. Out that way, and Lopez just throws down a monster dunk in the paint. Back to 14. I want to drive the Zamboni. Doc, I hope you enjoy it. I love making music. I've been a musician for a long time, and I do everything on the music here. I play the guitar, do the bass, do the drums, and also the vocals, the writing, and the edit. So it's a very fun hobby. That jumper is no good by Giannis. It Spurs ball down by 12. Brandon just going to launch a quick 3. Ball will be knocked out of bounds. I think that's going to be... Whose ball is it? I don't know. Defensive play of the game is the block by Lopez on Sohan. Okay. I'm a pescatarian, so I'm a vegetarian that eats fish, Asia. I'm going to eat some toast after this game. I'm hungry. I'm damn hungry. Devin Vassell with the ball into the paint. Out to Collins. Collins going to take the open 3. No good. Giannis with the rebound. Snyder at point guard, either Luka Doncic or Tyrese Halliburton, but I can't see either one coming to the Spurs. They are under contract and not going anywhere. Chris Middleton, corner 3. Gosh, darn it. Every time we get a little comeback, punch us right in the face. I look like a musician. I don't eat chicken, Asia. I haven't had chicken since 2003. Devin in the paint, pull-up jumper, good. Tough shot by Devin. I haven't said Devin Vassell's name a lot tonight. Yes, they do, Dog Catcher. Yes, they do. Dame for 3. Come on. Dang it. By the way, my friends, if you haven't hit the thumbs up, make sure you like and subscribe. It does help the channel.
Go, Spurs, go! Go, Spurs, go!
Actually, you just heard a little TSR music right there. Vassell pull-up jumper. Another bucket. In fact, let's hear a little more TSR music right now.
When you're ready, come and get it. Na, 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 na.
All right, a little self-promotion there. Chris Middleton, corner 3, no good. Kelvin with the rebound. Spurs down by 14, 8 minutes to go. They got it to 10 a little while ago, but the Bucks fought back and keep fighting back. Every time we push, they push back. Devin way out three-point land. Pick and roll with Zach Collins. Starts to take off in the paint. Throws it out to Kellen. Back to Collins. Collins a little jumper, no good. Gets his own... Nope, doesn't get his own miss. I think he actually ran into Chris Middleton. No foul on either player. Dame for 3 again. Oh, man. Okay, I do eat chicken in the sea. It's not a tuna. It's not a tuna at all. Miss TSR, she likes the meat. Yep, likes the meat. Time out. Wemmy's got a sore ankle, Jacob. Sore ankle. What's Jessica Simpson? Yeah. Oh, Jessica. Oh, boy. Well, what can I say? Spurs are down 17. I don't think it's funny losing, the Spurs losing. Kawhi Leonard, you can suck it. apparently he's not fazed by my comment. Chicken in the cave. B-Town Breakdown. Good evening to you, my man. Just sitting here watching the Spurs lose as usual. This has been a tough year, Bobby. I really committed to covering the Spurs as much as possible, and while I'm still enjoying hanging out with you guys and watching the team, I'm not enjoying a regular double-digit deficit by this team. They're the worst third quarter in the history of everything. That being said, eventually at some point when this team gets good, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to see the channel grow. We're going to see the Spurs fan base get bigger. Maybe a year or two away from before we can get close to that. No back-to-back. The Spurs this week play Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We'll be live for every game, by the way. We need Arnold as guest host one of these days, if no other reason, the impersonation. Ellen, she doesn't have a way to watch it. She thought about getting NBA TV because this game is on NBA League Pass for $50, and I told her I'd actually get it for her for her birthday. And she said, no, I don't know. I said, okay. Yield offense runs three pays, tush, push, quarterback draw, and hitches. Tush, push? What the hell's a tush, push? All right, so Brian, we did get it down to 8. Gosh, I can't remember. It seems like so long ago. I mean, Damian Lillard is just killing it this year. Thank you, William. I appreciate that. Knock off the booing is definitely a moment this year that I think we'll all remember, and not necessarily yeah, we'll remember that. There. Knock it off with a punch to the face. In your face! Oh, okay, Zach, I gotcha. Best record when player scores 30 or more this season. Damian Lillard, 9-0. He's got 33 tonight. Embiid, 15-3. Giannis, 12-3. Siakam, 4-1. So that's when players go over 30. That's what their team record is. The Bucks are undefeated when Damian Lillard goes for 30 or more. Not too shabby. Vassell pull-up jumper was blocked, or was that an alley-oop to Collins? I don't know what that was, but it's Bucks ball. However you slice it. Driving the paint, Lopez gets blocked by Collins, gets the ball back, throws it up, rolls off the rim, also no good. Spurs ball down 89-72, 7 minutes to go in third quarter. Collins going to get a layup in the paint in transition. Rich's Celtics struggled for a decade before they really got good. I hear you. At least I'll root out all the fake fans. Always stick through, Bobby, good or bad. Last year I called Tennessee left games, but that was a lot because things were happening in life that kept me busy. This year I've kind of settled into a good way to do content and not have it affect my personal life. And, with Miss TSR Sports occasionally watching games with me, and that makes it a lot of fun too. But it's now for 3. All right, back to 12. Let's build on this. Let's build on it. Come on. Portis hasn't played yet. Man, he killed us in the first half. I'm surprised he's not out there. Getting to watch the games with somebody, it certainly is much more. I enjoy watching games with you guys, for the record. Milton pull-up jumper good. But having somebody in the house with me is nice. All right, 14 points. Devin with the ball. Guarded by Giannis. Get over to Jeremy Sohan. 9 on the shot clock. Jeremy drives in the paint and misses a layup. Collins with a putback. Good, man. Jeremy struggled a lot to finish at the rim this year. And finishing is important. 3-point corner shot is good by Malik Beasley. He knows, Asia. He knows I'm dating a Red Sox fan. Gosh, just throw up on my mouth just saying that. Vassell into the paint. Out to Kelvin. Kelvin's going to drive in the paint himself. Loses the ball. Kelvin, what is up with you? Giannis sprints up the court and just throws it at the Spurs bench. Rich, you and Miss TSR have great chemistry, and it comes off in the best way during the live streams. Really? I'm saying, next year, if I can convince her, maybe she'll come on the streams live too. I would love to have her come on live with me. Devin Vassell ball right now for the Spurs. Pull up Jay. Back rim, no good. Long rebound goes to Jeremy Sohan. Sohan's going to drive in the paint. Out to Vassell again. Vassell now going to drive. Back out to Sohan. He's going to take a three. Nope. His three-point shot has gone cold. Cold, I say. Murmur. Brian, change we have no three-point defense to we have no defense. Back to 17. Which one do you love, Johnny Damon more? Probably my girlfriend. Or she might not like him at all. Trey Jones gets in the columns. We're going to have a whistle, and that's a foul on the Bucks. Rich best duo. Lemmy, Phil Campbell, or Mustaine Ellington, or James Hetfield, Jason Newsted. Change Jason Newsted to Cliff Burton, and I'll put Metallica on there. Rich, I was at the Pats game this weekend. The stadium was half empty by third quarter. Wow. Well, Bobby, I texted you, so check this out. You guys know I live in Connecticut. The Patriots, since I moved to Connecticut, have been on every Sunday. Every game is televised. Not the Sunday that just passed. They got bumped for the Dolphins and Jets. I have never seen the Patriots get bumped in New England for anything. It was a shocker for sure. That's a missed three for the Spurs. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with San Antonio. That was, by the way, Trey Jones taking a three, and it is still our ball. 14 on the shot clock. Bobby is dating somebody. I don't know if she's a Yankees fan. I don't think he's told me what team she follows. Or if she even follows him. Down again in the paint and throws down a nice good old monster.
Underdog of justice.
The good thing, Bobby, is any Patriots games remaining, the tickets will be cheap for you to go to. Now, you might not want to go playing the way they're playing. Corner three, that's a brick. Bobby Portis, I think, threw up an air ball, but Jackson Jr. gets the rebound and he gets fouled. Well, no, we got 81. I'm sorry. I missed a Spurs bucket. 15-point game. Excuse me. Because we hit that bucket and I forgot about it, here's some Go Spurs goes. First free throw's good. Oh, you got season tickets. That's right. Calvin, good evening. Their decline. I mean, Bobby, I know, is a real Patriots fan, but I'm sure they had a lot of fair weather fans during the Brady time. And once Brady was gone and the losing came in, the fans disappeared. Right back to where the fan base was before Brady came along in the early 2000s. Kellen is having a terrible game, Brian. He's been getting turnover. His turnovers have been going up quite a bit the last few games. He's doing a great job not turning the ball over. Lately, he's been, butterfingers. Giannis with the ball, drives in the paint. Kicks it out. You got all day to take the three. He's fine. Kanal was wide open for three. He finally took it. We're back down. They just got to 100 already, just for the record. 100 to 81. Bucks already to 100. Mamu for three. Nope. Giannis with the rebound. Dame for three, no good. Mamu with the rebound. That person with the final breakdown in Beantown. Trey Jones going to fly into the paint. Trey Jones has been very good attacking the rim and getting layups, and the Bucks are going to call a timeout because the Spurs have cut the lead to 17. We cut it down to 8 at one point in this quarter, but the Bucks we're getting bucked. What's happening? Bailey Zapp, the best Patriot quarterback since. Yeah, what's the Patriots quarterback situation? Do they have it figured out? Because I know the Giants definitely don't. We're a friggin' mess. Rich, season tickets for the Patriots cost us $14,756 every friggin' year. They should go down next year. I'll tell you what else I feel bad for? The San Antonio Spurs fans that bought season tickets this year with the very inflated ticket prices because of Wemby. They got hosed. Big time. We are not at 100 thumbs up, my friends. We have not had a stream not get to 100 thumbs up. We're at 91 right now, so if you've not hit the thumbs up, please do so. Looks like this.
Go Spurs, go! Go Spurs, go!
Could really use your support on the channel because with the team playing bad and just the loss after loss, attendance is going to be down not only the San Antonio Spurs arena, but also in our live stream. So any support you guys can present in that of the thumbs up kind would be greatly appreciated. I don't know if we can make a run here at the end of the third. I hope we do. We need a run. We need to show some life. I'm not using any eye drops tonight. I should use some eye drops. Let me put the Go Spurs go up while I put some eye drops in for you. I do not. Well, I mean, does Coyote count as a pet, Asia? It is insane, Bobby. It's ridiculous. We're never trailing over 24 points. That's good. Yes, Mohammed. That's great. I got a Coyote and a Grogu. These are my pets. That count? Although if my girlfriend's dog was here, he'd be like, "What about me? I'm your pet, buddy." We are in a timeout right now, and the Spurs are getting spurred again. So, oh well. Maybe we can make the game respectable and make a run here at the end of the third. Does it count, AJ? Okay. It should count. I got a Coyote. I used to have a bunny that lives in my backyard, but I don't think he's with us anymore. I don't see him. No anime Jaguar. I've literally seen one anime in my life, and that's Ninja Scroll. I never got into it. I know it's extremely popular, just not my thing. I did finish a season of a cartoon today, the second season of the Beavis and Butthead revival. I'll still watch Beavis and Butthead. I'll admit it. Makes me laugh. And it reminds me of being, some of the few good moments as a teenager that I had. Come on with the miss. Bucks get the ball back. Yes, I'm referencing a TV show as a good moment as a teenager because being a teenager for me sucked. And now we're going to have a almost turnover by... Wait, is that a Dominic Barlow sighting? Dominic Barlow's getting some minutes! Well, help him. Oh, dang. Beavis and Butthead is so stupid. That's what makes it great. Oh, no, Bobby. I'm sorry to hear that. Or read that. The shot clock expiring. Lopez hits a deuce. Oh, man. Dom Barlow's sighting is right. Mamu for three. He likes taking the three. I think he's missed quite a few. Well, Charles Bassey out and Wemby out. Not surprised Barlow getting any minutes earlier in the game. He's getting some minutes now. Ball's going to get knocked out of bounds, and it's going to be Spurs. Well, that's a turnover for the Bucks. Dom Barlow going to lead us to victory. All right. King of the Hill. Classic cartoon. Haven't watched it. I'm familiar with it. Beavis and Butthead. The third to last episode of this season really had me genuinely laughing out loud. Or second to last. The one with Beavis had needles in his face. I was cracking up. Barlow for three. Nope. Mama with the offensive rebound. Get it to Dougie. Dougie going to drive baseline. Back out to Trey Jones. Jones going to drive. Runner off the glass. Is going to go in and out. Berger. Bobby Portis with the defensive rebound. Mama is not really a good three-point shooter. Legend. Yeah. Just like DeVito, William. Living DeVito Loca. Dame going to get fouled. Yeah, I think he's going to the line for two. Sucked Rich, but she's had a few really bad allergic reactions, but I think it's... Oh, man. Now that is a tough situation. So your girlfriend's allergic to your dog, so you have to part ways with your doggy. Oh, man. Oh. Damian Lillard's going to drive, gets a little jumper in the paint. And the Spurs are back down by 20, over 20. Wait, he's a cat? I thought you had just a dog. You have a cat too? Oh, you do have a cat. That's right. I'm sorry. I didn't know your animal's name. Doug with a crazy reverse layup. No good. Fight for the board, and finally Bobby Portis will come down with it. Punch to the cat, not the dog. Bobby, I forgot you had both. Do you still have both? Do you still have the little dog? Jackson for three. Good. Well, remember we were down by 8 in this quarter? Yeah, those days are long gone. Osmond for three. No good. Rebound Portis. Cat's name is Diesel. Cat's name is Diesel. I thought the dog's name was Diesel. I can't remember. Another 3 is no good for Connaughton. Yeah, that's a tough animal situation. I can't imagine having to choose between, two loved ones. Very different person and an animal, but still. I don't remember if Bobby has a dog, age. I know he did, but maybe he doesn't anymore. I can't keep track of people's pets. Clearly. Osmond running the paint is good. The Spurs will go into the fourth quarter down by 22. The half-court 3 is no good. Well, not looking good. Not looking good. Will the Bucks... We'll get the Bucks with a run. We're going to need a massive... We need Wemby to play. He just needs to somehow come into the game. Wemby, Victor Yama will come into the game. Okay, we're facing another 40. Yes, we are, Leo. We are. We were down by 8 at one point in the third quarter, and it looked like we were going to make a comeback. And then the comeback went... I'm hoping we can at least make it respectable. We'll see. Oh, that was I'm sorry. Fenway, the golden retriever, and Coda. All right, F that little dog. So be a Buffy. Hurricane, 85 points to 3 quarters isn't terrible. The problem is our defense. Our defense is abysmal. The Bucks have 107 already. The Spurs are on pace to score what? 115-ish? Maybe 120, depending on the fourth quarter. We've given up 107. That's the big problem. And they're on pace to score over 140. By the way, we gave up over 140 points to the Pelicans on Sunday. Our defense is atrocious. Wemby should play with his beanie. Why not? Don't worry, guys. Dominic Barlow going to drop 40 in the fourth. All right. Dudes, I was ready to tank 3 more yards if we didn't get Wemby. But even if we did, I knew we were going to tank for more players. Islanders up 3-1. Love hockey. Calvin, I'm not a fan. I could never... I like watching hockey in person. So the few hockey games I've been to, I think I've been to 5-ish, maybe. 2 NHL games and 2 or 3 H. It's 4 or 5. I can't remember. I enjoyed hockey in person, but hockey on TV, it's never appealed to me. I did see my first college basketball game live yesterday. For those that are not here for the story earlier, I went to see the UConn women play yesterday against Butler. And, man, they can play. They are extremely good. But it was a blowout. They blew Butler out, and that kind of took away from the first experience. I hope so, Asia. Like, Tank's our middle name. Oh, he's 18. Best cat I had was a tripod. 3 legs, ran zigzag like Barry Sanders, 77. Okay. It is possible to overcome a huge deficit like this. It is. They're just going to have to play much better. But they're going to have to play extremely much, super terrific better on defense and continue to make their own shots. Brandon with the runner in the paint. I know it's not a sentence that was structured well or even grammatically correct. Don't care. Lopez for 3. Nope. Dougie with the rebound will get it to Sohan. Sohan up the court. Drops it off to Kellen. Kellen going to launch a 3. Man, he sucks tonight. Butterfly, good evening. Zhorling Chung, good evening to you. The gang coming in with the Spurs not playing too well right now. Cameron Payne pull-up jumper. Thank you guys for coming in. It's been a rough night tonight. We got the lead down to 8 partially through the third quarter, and then it's just been Kellen runner in the paint off the glass good. 109-87. Yep, yes again, Butterfly. Same old Spurs. And no Wemby tonight either. Lopez in the paint, going to get fouled. We have a Dominic Barlow setting, and a lot of fans are believing Barlow's going to go for 40 tonight in the fourth quarter to help get the Spurs a huge come-from line victory. I don't know if Dougie scored. Darling, some people are saying they want your favorite number 5 back. Come on, guys. Who's the guy who's going to step up That's a good question, JG. Somebody's got to show us, and nobody's really. I mean, Osmond's good off the bench. Starting lineup, pretty much everyone's playing like poo. Middleton pull-up jumper is no good. Dominic Barlow with the rebound. Facebook no, Spurs no. Leo's correct, by the way. I see what he's saying about David Rounds and Tim Duncan. We got very swell with that. Sohan pull-up jumper in the paint, good. All right, down to 20. Let's keep building on this. Down to 20. Let's just slowly cut away this lead. It is Bucks ball. 12 on the shot clock. And Jackson with a pull-up jumper at the rim, no good. Keldon with the rebound. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. Drive in the paint. Very ugly looking layup and no good. Going to go to the line for two. I don't know how Jeremy scored 33, Adrian. But he did. Can I get a motivational speech from the Macho Man Randy Savage? I'll try.
Ooh, yeah. San Antonio Spurs are down by 20. No Wembanyama tonight, but that's okay. Greg Popovich, the cream of the crop, rises to the top. Spurs are going to win tonight.
I don't know. That's all I got. I'm not very good at Macho Man. The Carpenter's Apprentice. Yep, another game like this. And Keldon missed the second free throw. 109-90. Jackson open for three from the corner. No good. Keldon with another rebound. Keldon going to sprint up the court into the paint. Throws up the layup and good. Keldon takes it coast to coast, and the Spurs needs more cups. I need Robert. I need a lot of cups of creamer. I don't have any creamer on me. That cream of the crop interview is one of the greatest I've ever. So just out there. Middleton pull up jumper, no good. Keldon with another rebound. Throws it way up to Sohan. Sohan gets it to Barlow, and Barlow's going to fly in the paint. Goes for a thunder dunk, but gets fouled instead. Dominic Barlow going to the line for two. Yes, let's keep fighting. Even if we lose this game, make the damn score respectable and go out swinging. Don't go out laying down like a punk-ass bee. Fight, man. Yes, R.I.P. Macho. Let me say this. I played the Macho Man Randy Savage CD for my girlfriend, his music rap album. She said, oh my God, this is terrible. She thought it was absolutely horrible until she heard the Hulk Hogan wrestling CD. And I think she's like, okay, not the worst thing ever. Macho maybe not so bad. Made her, actually, I think, wish to hear the Macho Man CD again over that garbage. No Wemby, but you want to see your guys fight. You want to see them fight. That's right, Bombastic. Nothing is over. You just don't turn it off. They said drive tanks. Now I can't even get a job. All right. That's my Rambo. Makes them both. The coach plays. It's been a hot minute. How you been, my friend? The coach plays. Good dude. He is, I almost said you're a gamer. You're strictly sports on there. Doing a lot of, I know you do the film studies for quarterbacks or just NFL film studies. I haven't seen you live for a long time. Are you taking a break from live streaming? Or am I just missing you in the wrong time? Middleton in the paint, good. 111-94. Keldon takes it and throws on a hard dunk. And now Jeremy Sohan is getting absolutely... Him and somebody are going at it. Sohan just got his arms up. And Bobby Portis just would not let him go. Bobby, I don't know what Sohan did, but Bobby Portis just absolutely livid with Jeremy Sohan. Sohan had his arms up and was done with the play, but Portis was not, and Portis is still yelling. Spurs defense couldn't stop an old man. That's a fact. Roddy Piper. Been good, man. I'm doing well, Coach. It's been a rough season as a Spurs content creator because the Spurs aren't good. But it is what it is. I'm a fan, and I'll stick by him. Weird play between Sohan and Portis. I don't know what to say. Taking a break from live unpaid content. Oh, that's right, you had a baby girl. Congratulations, my man. I know some of those videos that you've been doing have done very well. You did the videos on that girl basketball player, the college girl. I forgot her name. Caitlin something, those did really well for you. So just keep stuff like that. Some's going to hit, some's going to miss. But, man, when it hits, it feels good, doesn't it? If anybody knows about missing, it's me. My Giants content's all missing right now. I guess they got a beef now, Boombastic. Yes, so the coach, I feel like my man Bad Dog Sports, a.k.a. Laker Dog, the first year he covered the Lakers was getting 3,000 to 5,000 views a stream, which is good. That's very, very good. But wasn't probably pulling in what he probably thought he could with LeBron James being there. But LeBron was hurt for a lot of the year, and the Lakers sucked that year. Next year, the Lakers were good, and then his stream started blowing up. And, of course, now his channel's blown up. He has well over 100,000 subscribers. And I kind of feel like that's going to be me for 1 or 2 years. And then once this team becomes a playoff team again, and Wemmy's really cooking and, being in the MVP talks, I think the channel's really going to blow up. And the cool thing will be is that, we were here well before the Spurs became, a great team in the NBA again. Because I've been on this, TSR Sports been around for 5 years, and the Spurs have been bad for 5 years. So, yay. Someone tried to pin his arms behind it. Oh, did he, Robert? Okay, I did see that. Clayton Clark, that's her. Caitlin Clark, college basketball player. I did some random videos on Kai Soto last year, and actually this year, and Kai Soto actually, I think, has the second biggest non-live. Just under a disappointing. I seem to always get just under the next marker. The Kai Soto video with Victor Wembanyama has 98,000 views, and there's a couple other Kai Soto videos with like 29,000. It's like I always get like 1 or 2,000 under the next, first number flipping over, like a, odometer. Just always gets me. But it's, when videos hit that you don't expect to hit, it is such a good feeling. Yeah, I mean, we need a guy that's going to do that kind of, Draymond Green stuff. Not to the level of punching people. I'm hearing sound, but my screen's not moving. I feel like my game locked up. I feel like Is anybody watching this on NBA Pass? I just see a picture of Sony and Portis, but I'm hearing sound, but nothing's moving. I'm going to back out of the app and go back in it. Does anybody have an issue with the NBA League Pass? I feel like the game's going, and I'm not. Go figure, NBA League Pass having a problem. It still shows 111 and 94, so I apparently didn't miss much. All right. Game is now working now. It is 111 and 94. I just missed some time off the clock. Now, artificial... I literally just saw Bobby Portis and Jeremy So entangled, and I was talking to you guys, looking up, and I was like, wait a minute. I'm looking at a still picture, but I hear talking, and nothing was happening. The video froze up. Kellen Johnson's at the line for 2, makes the first one. I know it's a 16-point game. I want to see the Spurs get this to single digits before it's all done. I mean, of course, I'd rather have them win, but I want to be realistic. Get the game to 8 or 9, I think, is realistic, and just, fight to the end and be ready to take out the Bulls on Thursday night. Which, by the way, we'll be live for, so if you're a San Antonio Spurs fan, you have not the subscribe button, make sure you do so, and hit the thumbs up because, well, it's a great way to help a content creator on YouTube. 3-point attempt from the corner is no good by Connaughton. Spurs ball. Sohan will bring it up for San Antonio. 8 minutes to go. Jeremy going to drop it off to Branham, who's open for 3. All right. 12-point game. Thank you, Artificial Dreams. One thing I hope more than anything is folks enjoy the channel, enjoy the community. And hopefully, I can make you laugh at times during the stream, give you enough information so you know what's happening in the game if you're not able to watch it. And, just have fun. Brandon pull-up jumper is no good. That rolled around a couple times. No, Asia. I'm probably 90 minutes to 2 hours away from Bad Dog. I'm in Central Connecticut. I have no idea where he's in New York, but I think we're at least 90 minutes away, probably closer to 2 hours. Bobby Portis in the paint, little jumper is good. I've yet to meet him or the Entertainer Talking Sports. That's something that needs to be rectified at some point. And we're going to have a whistle on offensive foul. Yep. Bobby Portis got knocked down. That's going to go against us. I don't know if it's on, maybe on Zach Collins. Portis is still down. I did not see what happened, holding his face. Did he take an elbow to the face? In the face! Let's see the replay. I didn't... Well, they're showing a replay from the play before. That doesn't tell me what happened right now. Well, timeout. Bad Dog lives upstate New York somewhere, and Portis... I'm sorry, Portis. I read 2 chats at once, and Chris along the line, Portis flopped. He might have, I don't know. We're in a timeout. You know, Giannis, if you told me Giannis will only have 11, Adrian, I would say the Spurs have a good chance to win this game. The problem is Dame has gone off tonight. Last I knew he had 35. Actually, I can just take a peek. Maybe. Depends who's in. Kelvin's actually, I think, our leading scorer with 18 now. Kelvin's 7 of 10 in the field, so he's been efficient with 9 boards. Just he's been turnover prone. Vassell with 17. Giannis does have Giannis has a triple-double, though. Low numbers on all counts. He's got 11, 13, and 12. What a weird line for Giannis. 11, 13, and 12. But I'm sure he doesn't care about his personal points. His team's winning. His team's winning. I think that's all he cares about. Collins out there letting that clown have it. I love Collins now. I think Collins hit Bobby Portis in the face. Portis was on the ground. I don't want Coyote to fall down. Use the force, Coyote. Portis out there trying UFC BS. No, it's not. Actually, you know what? It has not snowed yet. I'd like it to stay that way, Asia. I would prefer no snow. I know it's New England. Some people may say, let it snow, let it snow. When it comes to the snow, just let it blow, let it blow, let it blow. Over to another state. Is this Sean Morant's first game of the year? That easy? I know he was suspended for 25 games. I think it's the Spurs. Spurs are what, 4-21? So it's our 2016. So yeah, that sounds about right. Snow does suck. Last 3 years of Pop's contract will try to make a run. I'd rather start trying to make the run next year. Nice butterfly. He said, so Sean? Oh, boy. Well, Anthony, I mean, I'm sure they don't know how to say everybody's name. I don't know how to say a lot of guys' names. When I'm calling these games, I just have the spelling for certain players, and I just have to kind of wing it on how to say it. John Morant just scored the buzzer beater for the win. Wow. Well, Coach Blaze, aren't you a Grizzlies fan? Congratulations. Right? Don't you follow Memphis? Let's see. Memphis Grizzlies, Tennessee Titans, and I'm not so sure on your baseball team. I'm going to say the Atlanta Braves, and I'm probably way wrong. Bobby Portis Jr. for a pull-up jumper, no good. Down sell, pull-up jumper, no good. I don't know why my brain just shut off there. Spurs are only down 14. It's not like this game is over. Giannis's pass is deflected, and he gets the ball back. Under 6.5 minutes to go, and the Spurs down by 14, 113-99. Giannis with the ball right now. Gets out to Portis Jr. Portis against Collins. Headman versus headman. Pull up Jay. Good. Yeah, they are also bad. He is a Braves fan. I got it. Wow. Good job, TSR. So if you're a fan of any of those 3 teams or just sports updates, make sure you check out my man, the Coach Plays, and sub him up. Good dude. And, yeah, support your local YouTube content creator. I don't know. Driving the paint and a layup by Malik Beasley. 117-101. Malachi Branham will pick up his dribble and turn the ball over. Fast break. Portis. Dunk. That's not what we needed. At least until Nashville gets a baseball team. Are they supposed to? Butterfly, we're down a lot, though. Jeremy Sohan going to get in there with the old...
Thunder Dunk of Justice.
So 16 points. Oh, Coach, I always try to do that. Any content creator that comes in and supports the channel, we're all community here. We're all just trying to do the best we can. Chris Middleton, baseline jumper, good. And we're getting close to possibly garbage time. Selena is staring at my chin hair, so like, hey, baby, why don't you rub that chin hair on my shoulder? Just hit a 3 for the Spurs. Zach Collins just dropped another 3. He's got 22 points tonight. Collins actually having a good game as a starter tonight. 4-7 from beyond the arc. Defense still sucks, but Dame for 3, no good. Keldon with the rebound. We're down 15 again. What the fudge? I think we're always down 15 in this game. Keldon in the paint. Throws it up. No good. Fouled. Going to the line for 2. Nashville currently sits as the #1 destination for an MLB team. Giannis is playing butterfly. No Wemby tonight. Let's get the Rays to Nashville. Oh, okay. That's actually one team. All right, Coach Play just said that's actually one team they talk about moving. So then, would they be the Nashville Rays? Keldon's first free throw is good. Spurs are in the bonus. 121 to 107, 4.5 minutes to go. He keeps putting Sowen and Collins together. Well, Collins is coming out now, so Barlow, Vassell, Johnson, Sowen, and Jones. That's a lineup I don't think we've seen it all this year. Adrian, I'll be watching some Yankees games next year when they play the Red Sox. And maybe calling them on the channel. We'll see. Phase 1. Mr. Z, you sound like you're talking Marvel here with the phases. What phase are we in? Are we in phase 1? Actually, we probably are in phase 1 with the way the team's playing. Lopez for 3. In and out. Demisel with the rebound. Spurs down 13. Trey Jones out the ball. Back to Keldon. Keldon going to drive in the paint. Bit of a Euro step and turns the ball over again. Seriously, at one point this year, he's averaging like 1.2 turnovers a game, and his turnovers have just been going up and up and up lately as Lillard gets the bucket and one. If the Rays moved to Nashville, they would change the name. #1 name I hear is the Nashville Stars. Okay. This Bucks team are the most whiny group of sore winners that can play to the rest for everything I've ever seen. These losses don't hurt as much after the winning. Michael, the win against Lakers was nice. Dame going for his 40th point with this free throw. 40! Damian Lillard with 40 against the Spurs tonight. Right, Coach? Oh, that would be nice. What's that, 100,000 for silver? Maybe one day. It would be great. I'm not going to lie. I would love to hit 100,000 for our channel. Demisel for 3, air ball. And that air ball will probably just seal the deal for the Spurs. You and Miss TSR have been dating 6 months like Taylor and Kelsey. You and Miss TSR are the power couple for sure. Well, timeout, and that's probably the game. But I'll stay here till the end, and we'll go over the halftime, the end of game stats, excuse me. I appreciate that, Butterfly. I'm sure she's watching. I don't think she can see the chat, but she can hear me reading it out, and I'm sure she's getting a kick out of you calling us a power couple. Yeah, you know what? What the hell? We're losing. I don't care. That's right. No, Miss TSR Asia. She's at home. Hurricane Megan can't stand the Bucks. You know, I respect the Bucks and respect the fact that Giannis could have left a few years ago and stayed with the team and won a championship. Might not get a win tonight. But at least I finished my Dinosaur Commander deck. Who's running the Commander deck, Gabriel? I have the under 250 and a half. 230. Ooh, that's gonna be close. Dinosaur, you're probably playing what? Green, white, red? Are you playing the new Dinosaur Commander? The one that has Cascade but not Cascade, or one of the oldies like the camera? We've had one of the hard schedules. Yes, we have, Michael. We have had a hard schedule. Barlow is rolling. I don't think I said Barlow's name a lot tonight, so I don't think he's really done much. I think he took a 3 and missed it, and he hit maybe a free throw or 2. Mama Barlow did play. Let's get Blake Wedley out there now. What the hell? Empty the bench. Empty the bench. Sun-flavored, yes. Yep, I know what you're talking about. That's a Dinosaur Cascade guy, but it's not called Cascade. It's called Is it Discover or... I don't know what the new mechanic's called. I haven't bought a Commander deck in a long time. 2021, there's just... I kind of missed the days where there was like 5 Commander decks a year and that was it. And now there's just Commander decks with every set, and it's too much. I think that's my biggest issue with Magic. Quantity over quality. Which is you guys are talking Marvel in the chat. That's my biggest issue with like Marvel movies right now. Quantity over quality. And it sounds like they're stepping that back. Right now, the only MCU movie next year is, I think, Deadpool 4. Christmas shopping? No. Yes, you can, John. You can. Yeah, Adrian, Jeremy's been not having a great year. Jonathan Majors, I didn't hear, all I know is that he's not going to be Kang in any more Marvel movies. I don't know why. I don't know if he got in trouble or there's a dispute with him in Disney. But Majors is out, is what I heard. Or maybe not Kang, or whoever he was playing. 126 to 108. My clock's a little ahead. Maybe I was wishing we're a little more in the future. Sohan in the paint, out to Keldon. Keldon going to drive in the paint. Throws up a layup, gets blocked. Back to Sohan. Sohan Turner. Oh, Keldon got hit and is down. Did they call a late whistle on that? Actually, Bacano, Jeremy's worse than last year. Yes, the number 2 laugh. Yep. Spurs have not won anything since Kawhi Leonard left. We even had an 18-game losing streak this year. I don't know why my clock was running. My apologies. Let me get that correct. Kellen's at the line for 2, so he didn't end up getting the whistle. 3:22 left. He was guilty of assault. Oh, I did not know that. Just put a community note post about the situation Diesel, bro. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Bobby. I hope he finds a nice home. Isabel, good evening. How are you doing? This time I made it right before then. I'll be supporting you for the next 3 minutes. There's no Wemmy tonight, Isabel, and the Spurs are down by 16, but I thank you for coming in and supporting the channel, especially it's very late where you are. The Spurs just don't have it tonight. And they don't have it this year as of yet. Devin for 3, no good. Kellen flies in for the rebound. Reverse layup is good. Minus the turnovers and, of course, sus defense, Kellen's actually been good tonight. Nicole, topic next year? I heard Ja hit a buzzer beater. Jackson for 3, good. Jackson Jr., Action Jackson. He was supposed to be king. All right. Howard wants us to get rid of Pop. You are not alone in that. Kelvin going to drive to the paint. Gets rejected by Lopez again. Did I just hear 6 blocks for Lopez? And Wemby not getting any because he ain't playing. I'm a fan of the Spurs, not just Wemby. All right, Isabel. I don't know. That's generally what people have been asking when they come into the chat, though, is Wemby played, and I say, no, Wemby's out. But that's good you're a Spurs fan first, and that's awesome to hear. Read. And now another whistle. Anthony, I don't think we're purposely tanking. I think we're just this bad. Pop out after this season? No. He'd have to fire himself. He's signed a 5-year contract extension last year, so I think Pop will be back next season. Somebody made a good point, Bobby, and to the Spurs fans. How many coaches in the NBA could have 5 losing seasons in a row with an 18-game losing streak in the current season and a 16-game losing streak last season and still have job security? I know Pops did a lot for this franchise before. At some point, the Spurs got to start winning again. Twin Towers 2.0? The thing is, if we draft Alex Sarr while the Eiffel Towers is intriguing with Wemby and Sarr, who the hell's running point? We need a point guard. Unless we can get the 1st overall pick and the 7th overall pick and maybe one of these point guard prospects drops to 7. Kellen's first free throw is good. Up to next season, no improvement in the pop. That's fair. Carlos Jeter, ¿cómo está mi hombre? Hopefully you are muy bien. Brietta, yeah, that's going to run out at some point. That clause is not indefinite. I think that's probably fair. I said it'll probably be around till at least next season. I don't know when Steve Kerr's contract expires. I think Kerr's around for one more season with the Warriors after this year, and that would be perfect timing if Kerr came to the Spurs after next season. I'd be all on board for that. Kelman's second free throw is good. 129, 114. Just a retirement check. Ow. 15-point game. 2 minutes to go. Bucks ball. And we're going to have a long three, and that three is no good by Cameron Payne. Suck it, Cameron Payne. Trey Jones out into the paint. Runner, no good. And that foul's going to be on Mamu. Yep, over the back. Mamu foul. It's Bucks ball. Think he stayed for Wemby, maybe? I think Pop and the organization are trying to get another high lottery pick along with the lottery pick we'll get from the Raptors, the Paris, Webb, and Count. I mean, obviously, yes. Ah, 15-point game. Dr. Emmett Brown. What, Robert? I don't recognize some of the players out there from Milwaukee right now. Is Thanasis out there? I think he is. Have a quick stoppage in play. Pop has 4 more years on his contract. 4 more years. He's got a lot left. Cameron Payne's going to drive in the paint, throws up the layup, and it's going to be not even blocked by Barlow. Now it's going to be a shot clock violation. Why do I feel a 15 head for opponents almost feels comfortable? Because you're used to it. You're very used to it, unfortunately. I didn't see who just shot that 3 for the Spurs, but somebody made a 3. It's a 12-point game. So let me guess, we're going to get to single digits. I think Pop is older than 72. I want to say he's like 74 or 75. I have not. Pop, I think he's at least 75. Under a minute to go. That pull-up 3 is no good, and it's Spurs ball. Ray Jones will bring it up for San Antonio. Rifles it up to Julian Champagnie. Champagnie going to drive. Jumper is good. And the Spurs have cut the lead to 10. Of course, a little too late. Oh, Coach, he definitely is. I mean, seeing Michael Jordan those last two years with the Wizards kills me. And Pop right now, his winning percentage is only going one direction. Down every year. That corner 3 is good. I don't know who the hell that is. The big hair guy. Is that the other Lopez? Wait, is that Robin Lopez? I don't know. That 3 is no good, and the Bucks get the rebound, and the Bucks are going to hold the ball here to the end. All right, Coach, you have a good night, my friend. Pop will turn 75 at the end of January. Okay, I said 74, 75. I was right there. 2 losses in a row. We got the Bulls on Thursday. We'll be live for that one, my friends. If you could hit the thumbs up, would appreciate it. We would go. We'll go to the halftime stats here. And the Spurs defense blows. I mean, 119 points, I'm fine with. Giving up 132, I'm not. At least when you give up 140, halftime, what am I doing? Boy, that would be a high-scoring game, wouldn't it? It was nice seeing Barlow and Mamu tonight, but losing again, not a great feeling. Unfortunately, we've gotten quite used to it. I just hope the players don't get used to it. All right, so halftime stats, we'll take a look at the Milwaukee Bucks first. For Milwaukee, Giannis with the triple-double tonight, 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 16 assists. I think that's what we wanted from Jeremy Sohan, isn't it? That's what we wanted from our point forward. 16 assists from Giannis. That's got to be close to a career high, I would think. Chris Middleton with 17, Lopez with 14 and 6 block shots. Dame dropped 40 on the Spurs tonight in only 35 minutes. And Beasley with 7 off the bench. Portis killed us with 23. Beauchamp with 0. Thanasis had 0. Lopez, the other Lopez with 3. Payne with 7. Connaughton with 3. Green with 0, and Jackson with 7. They played everybody on the roster, I think, that's available. For the Spurs, Collins with 22, Sohan with 9, and actually Sohan had not the worst game ever. Granted, he was only 4 of 11 from the field, but he was 9 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. So he was doing a little of everything, just not enough to help get us the win, of course. Kelvin was actually efficient, 9 of 13 from the field, 10 of 12 from the line. Got to the line 12 times, had 28 points and 12 rebounds. The big blemish on his stat line, the 5 turnovers. Ugh. Demisel with 17 points, Malachi Branham with 12. Off the bench, Mamu with 3 and 8 boards. Champagny with 2, Barlow with 2, Doug McDermott with 0, Osman with 10, and Trey Jones with 14. Spurs Actually, did we outscore them in the second half? No, we tied them. We scored 60 in the second half. They scored 60 in the second half. The problem was the first quarter where the Bucks came out and outscored us 44-26, and we never had a lead in the whole game. Our next game coming up is going to be against the Chicago Bulls. It's 8 o'clock on Thursday night. We'll be live at 8 p.m. Eastern, and hopefully the Spurs can end this 2-game skid and get back into the winning column, if you will. So let me just pull up the chat for a last few goodbyes. An 18-game losing streak is crazy. I'm glad that's over. Don't worry, when the Spurs play against the Lakers, the Spurs going to win again. Well, I hope so, Carlos. I hope so. I went to take a leak behind my shed, looked up in the tree, and an owl was just staring at me. All right, well, I think that's a great way to end it there. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Please hit the thumbs up if you haven't done so on the way out, and I will see you guys on Thursday night. Until next time, what you gonna do when TSR Sports, Coyote, Grogu, and Selena Gomez run wild on you? Go Spurs, go!